93.5. I'm Downcast Meteorologist.
What's up? Hey guys, it is Tuesday. So you know what time it is. It is time for cocktails and conversations. As you know, if you have been looking, I do have two, I'm gonna call them celebrities coming in. So I was already aware that they would be behind today. So once they come in, we will definitely, jump in with them. I did want to announce that if you know me, you know every year I volunteer with Crime Me Dealers for the toy drive. This year I'm a sponsor. I will also be a volunteer. But December the 17th, they are doing their toy drive. If you know anybody in the community that needs assistance, this is a hard time for everybody. We're not judging anybody, but we do want every child to have a beautiful Christmas, period. So it's two locations. It's going to be in Durham from 12 to 2 at the Soul Food Restaurant. It's on Fayetteville Street. And then it'll be in Raleigh from 3 to 5 at OGO Barbershop. Ogo Barbershop right there beside what's this store? Wee Bob's on Rockquire Road. So definitely tap in. They have food, they have toys, and they have nice toys. They give out nice stuff. So I'm so honored to be a sponsor this year. But definitely, most importantly, want to see Durham and Raleigh have a beautiful Christmas. Want these kids to have a beautiful Christmas. I know the economy right now is hard. Everybody is going through some. This is the last month of the year, guys. I don't know about anybody else, but 2022 it's been rough for me, but it's also been a blessing. So I'm excited about 2023 and just me being able to help somebody else this Christmas. I'm all for it. So definitely, if you know anybody, if you are that somebody, come out. Definitely make sure them kids get something for Christmas. Okay. Um, Again, my guests that are coming in, I'll have Kingpen and YK Raleigh on tonight. I felt I wanted to have them on tonight because this Saturday both of them are starting new shows. For my favorite cocktailers that's been following and rocking with Chanel since the beginning, they will be at the slot we used to be in on Saturdays. So 8 o'clock, definitely, go ahead, start tapping back in, support these guys. They're very fun. You will see that they are very fun and they hold a lot of energy. So I'm very excited about their show, but I definitely wanted to be one of the people to welcome them in. To 93.5. It's been a dope experience for me. It's been a real family vibe. So definitely, want to make sure that they come and actually turn up the vibe as well, get down and turn up with us. So, um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song right quick and I'll be right back with you guys. And we're going to have to talk a little bit until they get back. Let's go.
Meeting you with a view.
meeting. I don't know if we're gonna get to talk about it, but if we do, we will get to talk. We will talk about it. But welcome. I told them.
I'm here to talk
Yep,
about
there
everything.
you go. Okay, well, I told them before you came. The reason I wanted y'all here is because y'all going on Saturdays.
Yeah.
You'll be on Saturday. Let the people know what time.
Okay, we got 7 p.m. on Saturdays. You got YK Raleigh outside with the outsiders.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On 093.5
Yes,
FM
sir.
radio.
Right here.
You know, shout out 093.5. Shout out Steve. Shout out everybody that's involved up here. Shout out all the radio hosts. You know, like.
Shout out you, because you won now.
Hey.
Shout out you.
Saying?
So, and my thing is, I came from Saturdays.
Okay.
So I wanted to, and I've been thankful for my crowd to come with me and still participate with me. So I wanted to let them know that, support Saturdays as well. So
Yeah.
Saturdays, you guys are, especially you, Mr. Whatnot, it's such a hype vibe. And I feel like even with our shows being different and mine's being a little spicy, I feel like you'll still bring that upbeat Saturday vibe. And I definitely wanted the people to, get to know you and tune in.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because you are an artist.
Yeah.
And one of the things that shocked me is, like I always say, I never had like radio as a goal of mine. I never thought about radio. Was it a goal of yours?
I ain't gonna count, like, after my shout out 093.5. My first radio interview ever was on the same station with Terrell Go Gatlin.
Okay.
And that
And
was,
you know what? I started the Go Get a show. I
Yeah.
started on that show as a co-host.
yeah, and that was like January, and then between January and February, I kind of had got a little bit hotter to the point that they brought me back up here in February. So my first 2 radio interview ever was at 093.5.
Okay, shout out Oak 93.
You know what I'm saying? To be back here as a radio host is really mind blowing, because it's like I went through a lot of different radio stations. I dealt with a lot of radio stations this year just because my music was so hot, and I learned a lot of the business. So to be on this side of the seat now,
Right.
it's like I feel real dangerous. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. Let me tell you something. One of the things that kind of blew me away was I knew that with radio, it was going to be definitely a new step for me from hosting and writing. I knew it was going to be different. But the opportunities that I have actually had that have been presented to me is mind blowing.
And I could tell you this, like, as a, outsider looking in, looking at you in the beginning of the year and looking at you right now, like, the growth is beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
And I just like this radio station, you know what I'm saying, your show, that is beautiful. Like, I gotta give you your flowers as well.
Thank you. Because I feel like you in this industry, I say all the time, the entertainment industry is a dark, ugly industry.
Yeah.
And to be able to, like, 2022 has been a rough year for me.
Yeah,
but
it's been
also been but I feel like everybody's going through stuff right now. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
But in the midst of it, it's also been a blessing.
Facts.
Like, I've not only grown, but I've actually been able to experience more, see more. My eyes were a little bit more open. I feel like when we get to a certain level, we kind of get comfortable. And I was there. I was comfortable, but I was comfortable being stagnant. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I felt like, I done so much, but where I'm trying to go, I ain't really done nothing.
Right.
So I got a little comfortable, and it took some, get to it.
Yeah.
And this opportunity was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
Definitely
like,
one
definitely.
of them. Because, like, people don't understand, like, oh yeah, you're on the radio every week, but it comes with planning. It comes with, it comes with
strategic
stuff.
planning.
Right. Like, and then even though I'm bringing people up here, I gotta bring somebody up here somebody want to hear about.
Fact.
Somebody want to talk about.
Fact.
Somebody actually wants to have a conversation
So I gotta
about.
put my own work in, making that happen as well.
Right. So, and then you will see, like, with your show, you will get a niche that you want to keep. Like with me, regardless of how the night goes, regardless of how, like, we turn up, the conversation goes. The hot seat is my signature thing.
I already knew it. I knew you were going hot seat.
Oh yeah, y'all going into the hot seat tonight.
Hot seat.
So, but the hot seat has become my signature thing. So for me, regardless of how the conversation go, soon as we get in the hot seat, I'm in my comfort zone. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy for me to plan my show around that.
Okay.
So as you you outside with the outsiders.
Hey.
For you, it's gonna be easy for you to strategize that and put it together because you are an outsider that's outside.
Fact.
Like you're really outside.
Fact.
I remember. I never forget. I was I was hosting an event, and when I came in, they was playing this song, and I'm like, okay, I'm from Raleigh. I was born at Wake Man. Also, I am part of Kim Cares Foundation, which I'm not sure if you know her, Kimberly Holder. She had passed on Bragg Street about 3 years ago, but we have adopted the highway from what is it? Wake Man to Valero's.
Okay.
So when I heard you singing that, you like Bojangles Wake Man. I'm like, hold on, I clean that street. Hold on,
and shout out New Bern too.
Yes,
my block, man.
Shout out New Bern. But I feel I'm like every time I see a Bojangles, I think about your song.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And it's just like the way you. A lot of people come to Raleigh and be like, they'll drive from Bojangles to Wake Man and be like, oh, this the hood. But they don't understand how much life, how much history, how much love is in between that little block.
They don't understand how much that's the heart of the city.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
One thing about it, if you anywhere between Bojangles and Wake Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in the heart of the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on top of that, if you from Raleigh, you know what I'm saying, or you even live in Raleigh, you probably done visited one of those two locations before. So, I just really what was going on with that song, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I recorded, I was still living in Atlanta.
Okay.
But my whole thing, even then, it was like, I got to shine a light on Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? I got to, like, Atlanta cool and all, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole different family out there. I got a whole different, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing was like establishing, putting home first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shine the light on home. Yeah, like what made me to be this person. Like,
right.
Where these first scars came from, you know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? Usually, generally that area came from Bojangles Wake Man area.
Gotcha.
You know
Okay. Well, question. How was it different? I'm industry-wise, grind-wise, music-wise, being in Atlanta versus being here?
It's been a big adjustment, you know what I'm saying? Cause I've been out there like I was in Atlanta like 16, 17 years.
Okay.
And I used to only come home like I just did a lot of time as well. So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I was in that pattern, you know what I'm saying, I spent a lot of time on the run.
Got you.
So I would only come home to see my family.
And be back out.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm back in Atlanta, ducked off, you know what I'm saying? So during that process, you know what I'm saying, from the time out of high school up until, you know what I'm saying, really like last year, I wasn't on the nightlife scene. I didn't know nothing about no clubs out here.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about where the hookah spot, because when I used to come out here, it was just to give that family member a hug, tell them I love them.
That'd be
you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing was, as soon as I got hot in Atlanta, I'm like, it's time to let home know what I got going on. But as far as adjustments, nightlife, for one, you know what I'm saying? Like out here, the clubs generally close by 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be open 6, 7, 8. They might not
outside,
close.
Right.
So I like the club closing out here. So in Atlanta, 1:30, 2 a.m., I'm probably getting ready to go to the club. Everybody linking up, you know what I'm saying? We on the way to the club at that time. So I had to adjust to, the clubs closing, you know what I'm saying? Even like the clubs I was doing, like in Atlanta, I was doing clubs. It might be anywhere from 500 to 2,500 people in here, like on any given night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I came back home to a smaller crowd, but it was more personal to me because I'm like, this person, they from where I'm from. Like, we might got the same scar, don't even know it. So I just approached the situation different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is my opportunity to connect more with home. You know, even though it's a little slower, even though it's a
Oh,
little.
and they are accepting you.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, half my family members, you know what I'm saying? Majority, 96% from the South Side. So it like
Okay.
even when I was just coming out here and visiting home, you know what I'm saying? They friends might be over something like that, and it might be somebody I met. And
Okay,
then a
gotcha.
couple
Yeah.
years go by and they be like, oh, I've been knowing Shawty for forever, whoop whoop. But
Yeah.
really, you know what I'm saying? They were my people type mess,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But
Well, what I will say is, and I love it too. I heard your name before I met you, before I saw you, and I heard great things about you. What I like to tell people is well, for me anyway, it is an honor when your name is in rooms that you're not even in.
yeah.
In such a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and everything I've heard about you, you definitely deliver. You know what I'm saying?
I try
Great
to carry
artist,
myself.
care about
You know
your
what I'm saying?
community. You know what I'm saying? Stand up guy. Every time I see you, respectable to me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
every time I see you out, whether we're together or in the midst of a circle, like seeing you off. If I'm off to the side, you still have that same demeanor. You still keep that same attitude, you know. And even though I say you respectable to me, I see you respectable to other women. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so in this day and time, it's hard to come by for men. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I feel like, I don't know if it's because the whole pandemic thing and a lot of women are, you know, a lot stronger now, but it's just so shocking that now when I go out, I'm disrespected more by men than I am women.
That crazy. They ain't my type though. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm outside, I'm really just focused on showing love. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what that conversation, that little hug, that network could lead to. So my whole thing is when I'm outside, I ain't trying to be the toughest guy.
Right.
I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, prove my muscle. I ain't trying to push my muscle around. I'm really trying to figure out, all right, I don't know this person. Let me figure out how we can connect
Right.
on a different kind of way.
Right. And it'll be more genuine like that.
Yeah.
It'll be more genuine like that, which is probably why you have got so far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, of course you're gonna stop talking to people. You're gonna outgrow people. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I try to stand by is I do not like to burn bridges.
Can't
I
burn
try my
bridges.
best never to burn a bridge because you never know when you got to cross that bridge again.
I promise.
You know what I'm saying? And now look at you, you back home.
Ooh.
You back home, and you're probably crossing bridges you thought you would never have to cross again.
Yeah, it's wild because it's like when I left home, I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So even down to even some of the promoters, like now everybody grown. I came back home, like I might look at Shot and be like, "Boy, I went to elementary with you," like, but I done crossed that bridge again. Like I was really almost a forgotten face, just because
You were
know what I'm
gone so
saying,
long.
how much time I did, how, you know what I'm saying, like when you away, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. So my whole thing was like, I'm getting hot in Atlanta, I'm getting hot in Marietta, I'm getting hot, you know what I'm saying, outside of where I'm from. I'm like, it's time to like expose how much love I get home. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And
Right.
even since I came back home, I get a lot more love than how I originally started. And it just, like, hey,
And
man.
for some reason, and then like you said, back home is family.
Yeah,
And I always say a stranger will support you first.
yeah.
A stranger will always support you first. It's for some reason, family and friends, maybe because they've been there with you, they seen the struggle, they seen where you come from, but it takes like a little bit more to get that support. You
Fact.
get what I'm saying? They got to
Fact.
see you. They got to actually see something going on, some
Fact.
motion actually,
Fact.
producing something.
Fact.
So the fact that you've been able to do that, salute to you. Salute to
I
you.
ain't gonna care. It was like in Atlanta, what made me hot, I might pull up to club 50, 60, 70 deep, like back to back to back to back. I might have 3-4 shows that week in all sides of towns in Atlanta. We doing that. But I would be on the phone at home like, dang, I wish y'all was the ones that was pulling up
Right,
with me. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I love my friends to death, but I'm like, I wish some of my family could experience this with me. So
Right.
when I came back home, I was already so hot in Atlanta. Like it was like, I told them like, hey, it's our turn. You know what I'm saying? So now we same process. We pulling up 56 deep. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and you pulls up with a crowd. Do you hear
Yeah.
me? First time I saw you, I want to say it was at, well, actually, first time I saw you perform, I want to say it was at let me get it right. It wasn't at Crave. I saw you perform at Crave, but I want to say Corner Pocket.
Okay.
And when I tell you lit,
Lit.
I saw the shirts and the people before I saw you. You
Yeah.
know, but that is what people will remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna be like, well, I saw that name or who, you know, and it's just you really bring out a crowd. When I say you bring out a crowd, yes, I say artists all the time. They got their entourage that come with them. But when you put on a show, you have fans and people that support you actually there before you get there.
It's crazy. Like at this point of the in my career, like all you gotta do is put my face on the fly and say Shawty gonna be here. Like it done got to a point now. Like my people, they'll call me and not even let me know they were coming, but they be like, "Bro, we here. Where you at?"
Right.
And I'm like, I'm on
Right,
the way.
right.
They like, we 15 deep. I'm like, we are.
And
like,
that's what I'm saying.
saying?
Like I remember we did I did an event at Crave and you performed, and that's how they came to the door.
Yeah.
I had somebody working the door and she sent for me, and when I got to the door, she was like, they looking for somebody named YK, and I was like, well, he's not here yet. They was like, oh no, we gonna pay, we gonna wait, we gonna wait. We was just trying to see, you know, if we was at the right spot, and I'm like, yeah, you at it. But when I say deep,
It's
I
a
mean,
blessing.
it is.
I promise it's a blessing.
It
Like,
is.
I love all my supporters. I love everybody who put all my shows, show me constant love, share a post, like a picture, whatever they do to show their own support. Shout out all the outsiders, man.
I tell people all the time, when you are building a brand, like people don't understand, like to them, sharing a post is
simple.
nothing to them, or liking a post is nothing to them, but to that person, every like I get,
I'm appreciative.
right, I am too, because it shows me that to them it's like, okay, I'm just supporting Chanel or whatever, but to me it's like this little black girl from Raleigh is actually really, you know what I'm saying? I really have that support, and I'm really leveling up. I don't care if my post get 1 like or 1,000 likes. I am happy all the same, because the support is the support.
Fact.
Period.
Fact.
And I've had times to where I was up, and I've had times when I was down. You get what I'm saying? But that support has pushed me through.
Yeah, like I say, like before I just had came home this last situation, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I used to pull up the show and it just be me and my brother Tuck. You know what I'm saying? I might tell everybody like, bro, we here tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I've personally, and the people around me, they personally watch it go from just me pulling up by myself, me and Shotty, to, man, the whole club packed out.
Ready to hear you.
Ready. And on top of that, they know the words.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, because it's easy to catch on because you put on a show. You are not only an artist, you're a performer.
Yeah.
Like when you go out there, you really leave it on the stage like this your last performance.
I definitely agree with that. As far as from the get go, like from the moment I first started performing, my whole mentality was like, this is my last show, how I want to look. But I will say, when I came home and, you know what I'm saying, start visiting the nightlife, seeing what's going on, it was a lot of performers, artists out here that upped my game, because how they was coming, it was a lot more professional than the scene I was used to in Atlanta. Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, most of the time you in a strip club, you just throw some little money, you might not even rap the song.
Right.
But you gonna get all the credit for performing that night and putting on the show.
Right.
Out here, it was like, dang, these folk really working you know what I'm saying? They really working the stage. So I tighten up instantly. I'm like, oh, nah, y'all ain't gonna leave me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely gotta give North Carolina flowers, because
when you go
showed me
to
how
a
to be a
show,
better performer.
when you go to a show, I don't care if it's like, it could be 2 people in there, 10 people in there. The ones that actually put on a show is the ones that's remember. And when we was doing open mic night, I used to tell people that all the time. First of all, what used to get me about open mic night, I think it was what, $20. It was either $10 per song or like $20 to perform. You would not believe the arguing I would go through with artists. And it got to the point where I would just be like, okay,
Yeah.
you just don't, you just
Know what
won't
I'm saying?
perform.
You want to miss your opportunity, that's on you.
But the thing was, they were really upset. You get what I'm saying? But I'm like, if you don't feel like your craft is worth $20, what are you even doing here? You got people that are like with you as an artist. You do videos, photo shoots. Like that stuff ain't free.
None of that free. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like I invest all my money into my music, back into my craft. So you ain't gonna see me walking around with $5,000-$10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got that type of money on me, I'm investing it back into something that's gonna produce fruit later on.
And push you where you need to be.
That's a fact.
Push you where you need to be. Because it's, of course, yes, it's different for everybody. Everybody has their own plan, their own vision of how they want stuff to go. But for you to say that you don't even feel like you worth investing in your own craft, how can you expect somebody else to take it serious?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you too. Like when I was in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, I had quickly built it up a momentum to the point that them folks was paying me, you know what I'm saying, to come out, you know what I'm saying, and they paying me good to the point this paying for my habits, this paying for my rent, this paying for my investments, you know what I'm saying. And it was just off me being an unsigned artist, bringing the crowd out. I left that in Atlanta understanding that when I come back home, I gotta start I gotta go back to the showcases.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Start
I'm a wreck every showcase they ever put me on. You know what I'm saying? So to the point that now I done built my momentum up in another city to the point that they know when they contact me, they got to come with that bag too.
Right. And I tell people all the time, they'll be like when people reach out to me like, oh, Chanel, you really going to charge me? Yes, I am. Yeah. Yet for one, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, my mama.
Everybody know that. Yesterday's price is not today's price. But when you know what you bring to the table, you sit down a little different. You get what I'm saying?
And you're a little bit more patient.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know your worth.
Exactly. Like, I don't feel, and nothing against nobody that's starting out hosting and things like that, but I don't have to host for free. You know what I'm saying? I have a brand. I have a name. My face card is valid.
And on top of that, you consecutively putting in that work.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Your brand, your product, your face, even you know what I'm saying? You're elevating at a different speed because it's consecutively.
Exactly. And it's not easy. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
I'm a mom. One of the things I hate about this whole thing, but it also is a blessing because it helps me feed them, is being away from my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I left them to come here for the radio tonight. Nights like this, I'm off air at 10 o'clock. I expect them, not to be asleep, but in bed. You know what I'm saying? Showered, ate, things like that. But as a mom, as a parent, period, those are things you like to do for your child. So what I tell people all the time,
you know these sacrifices leading to something bigger.
Exactly. But what I tell people all the time is you never know the sacrifices somebody else takes.
But
you never know what somebody else goes through to be great. Like people say, oh, they make it look easy. Yeah, they make it look easy, but it's not easy.
It's never easy.
It's not easy. And I would say anybody that's in this entertainment industry, know it's not easy.
Sometimes you gotta be at 3-2 spots in one night. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally. And you about to see that because that was the reason why I had to move from Saturdays, because I was getting so booked and busy that I would be like, okay, I can't do a show this Saturday. I can't do a show this Saturday. But as my brand is building, I don't want to lose what's me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't. So
you gotta stay you.
Right. So Saturday, it was some Saturdays I get off air. I gotta go back there in the bathroom. Steve, hold on. I gotta put my lashes on. I gotta get right. I gotta book it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta leave here and go to. I gotta go to an event. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? I gotta prep, shower before my show, then do a whole night. Like it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But people look at it and be like, oh, like they'll look at people like, and I ain't gonna use me. I'll use you for example. Oh, they book it. Oh, he getting booked. He getting booked left and right. Oh, he doing this. He doing that. Yes, which is great. But like you just said, what about those days when you came back here and you was booked, or if you put money into a showcase
Got to.
and nobody showed up?
Yeah, you know
You get what I'm saying?
you know how
Like,
many times I booked the cameraman? I done spent about $600-700 on my outfit. You know what I'm saying? I done told everybody it's gonna be lit tonight, and we just pull up Dolo. You know what I'm saying? But the show must still go on.
Exactly.
Like, I capitalize off every single one of them nights, because I might pull up, it might be 3 people in there. But I promise you, by the time we walk out that door, I done got all them folk information. I know what they got going on. They know what I got going on. And they had a chance to hear me for themselves.
right, and actually listen and vibe out.
Fact.
Like I tell people all the time, especially when I'm hosting, I don't care if it's one person in there or 1,000 people in there. We gonna turn up.
Because one thing about it, you know what I'm saying, this moment going to be seen again in another light. And when they get seen
Or
again.
not only that, if you, like with me hosting, say 5 people in there. Well, maybe let's say 10 people in there. And I done turned them folks up. That might not been a bomb party, but when they see my name again on a flyer, they going to be like, you know what, I'm about to go turn up with her.
They bring at least one person with them, so that 10 just turned to 20.
Because they done went and told somebody, it won't nobody in there, but this girl was turned.
Lit.
This girl had us lit in there last night. You know what I'm saying? So now somebody else wanted to come. Like, and I tell people, like, stop looking at a sour night and think your life is over.
You got to think about it like, whoever just won a championship in basketball or football, you know what I'm saying? They had a couple games they lost, and they lost real bad. But you still got to come in that next game prepared to make it to the championship.
For an example, my son football team, they won all year. His rec team won all year. They first game that they lost was in the state championship.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? And it's like, that's crazy because you went all year, but the game that mattered. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was the game that mattered. So, and that's just the same way with some. And then they lost to a team that didn't have a better rating than them. They didn't rank higher than them either after winning. You get what I'm saying? So
you gotta have the right mentality to process that loss.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Every loss.
Ain't a loss though.
You know what I'm saying? It come with a blessing and a lesson in disguise, and you just gotta look for those blessings. You know what I'm saying? In disguise, cause you never know. Like, man, I done went through so much stuff since I've been doing music. Like, I done took a lot of losses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of losses I had to just take to the chin. I didn't even talk about them. You know what I'm saying? And I knew depending on how I took this loss was depending on, you know what I'm saying, what's the next domino effect from this.
Yep.
Cause I could crash out by this loss.
Yeah, and not only that, how you it's somebody watching to see how you react.
I promise they watching.
It's somebody watching to see not only how you react to it, but how you let it affect you.
You know one thing I can say everybody's seen this year or in the past year, and they could agree with, when Chris Rock walked on stage and slapped Will Smith.
Well, Will Smith.
Everybody was talking more about his reaction than the slap. Just because they want to see what happened when you get slapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When life slap you,
right,
people can't wait to say.
Right. And that's what gets me about the world of social media. Me and my friend was having a conversation, and I said, nobody posts their failures. If you look on social media, everybody got it going on. Everybody doing good in a world where everybody is going through something.
Fact.
It's inflation.
Fact.
If you ain't going through something, you ain't on earth. Period.
Like, or you got some weird.
Right. Or like they say, it's different devils for different levels.
Okay.
So you get what I'm saying? Depending on what level you on, you may be being affected worse than somebody else, or may not even be affected as worse as somebody else. But everybody is going through something. But I feel like people will see people and try to compare.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's what I deal with the most. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody see my situation and they'll be trying to compare it to what they got going on. But you don't understand, like, how long it took me to get to this step. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much I went through to get to this moment. You just see this moment and say, dang, that's supposed to be me.
Yep.
But you don't even know, like, the scars I just encountered to get to this moment, you'll never think it was worth it.
If people really saw what was under the Band-Aids, best than believe
I like that.
they would not want want to even be touched.
They wouldn't want the scar.
No, not at all.
They
Not at
wouldn't want
all.
the scar.
Not because first of all, once they see how bad of a scar it is,
They're gonna tear out.
thank you. They not even going because I tell people all the time, oh yeah, you can say I'll walk in those shoes until somebody tell you to put them on and lace them up.
And you find out the sole don't even feel like you thought it would. So hard as a mug.
Or you find out, you know how like Uggs, you know how like after a while.
Now you know I don't know nothing
Oh
about
yeah,
no Ugg.
it's a girl thing. Okay, so with Uggs, which I know why a lot of people probably be like, them Uggs leaning.
Okay.
Or it's because they are made true to fit, but they made out of like sheepskin. So as your feet, as you walk and stuff, they loosen up and adjust, you know, like with your feet. So that's kind of like that. That's kind of like that Band-Aid thing. Like,
I like that Band-Aid.
a lot of people are trying to put them shoes on, but they done already been stretched out. They leaning over, and now it's time for you to walk straight in somebody else's lane, and you can't.
That's a fact.
That's why I tell people all the time, like, don't get mad when somebody don't support what you want to do. It's because it's your vision.
It's your dream.
How you
Nobody is gonna look at it because they don't have your two eyes.
that been my whole thing. Like somebody be like, dang, how you pull that off? Like, it was the vision I had. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here freestyling. I got a plan. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got this plan, I'm going to stay focused on my lane. And the more I stay focused only on my lane, I can't see no other lane. When you drive and you going a certain speed, you can't even see the other lane because you so focused. But the moment you take your head and look at the next lane, you got to slow your car down. And build your car back up to get that same momentum where you can't, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
I'm not looking at the next lane for nothing. I'm focused on my lane.
That's why I'm
creating my own
horses.
line.
You know, if you ever watch like the Kentucky Derby and stuff like that, you be like, why the horses got these little things on their faces? Is because they can't look over left and right.
Look at the next
they
lane.
just so locked in on they, you know, the goal, which is the finish line. You know what I'm saying? So I always attribute stuff like that. You just got to keep that. You know what I'm saying? And the blinders on, because if you it's YK to the left of me. Am I passing them? Because you get lax and comfortable when you don't see nobody around. You're like, oh, I'm lapping these guys.
Right.
When
And I am a
down,
Sagittarius, so shout out to horses.
he's speeding
Shout
up.
out to the Sagittarius.
Shout out
My son just turned 13 on Sunday.
I seen that on,
Okay.
I seen it on
So
Facebook.
yes,
That's what's up.
so shout out to y'all
Shout out
Sagittarius.
all my Sagittarius, man. Y'all know I love y'all. Sagittarius.
Y'all
super
crazy.
You got the
as
cup?
hell.
Your little cups?
I do. Hold if y'all are watching live, y'all saw that Kingpen stepped into Cocktails and Conversation.
Shout out
right.
Kingpen.
Also,
It's your boy
yes,
Kingpen. You're locked
yes.
in. Cocktails and Conversations. You know what I'm saying? Chanel Monet. She do
Oh,
not
thank
play.
you.
I'm here to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Ain't no
I
other
told
way.
the people before you came in because I started, on Saturdays.
Okay.
From 8 to 10.
Okay.
I just moved to Tuesdays, but I wanted you guys on not only just to like welcome y'all, it's
Right.
because I wanted to let my people know that it's back lit on Saturdays. I definitely want you to support me, but go back to supporting Saturdays too.
Now,
You get
I
what-
appreciate that.
Anybody
love.
up here on 93.5, if I'm not plugged in with you, please just let
Yes,
me know
me
that you
too,
know what
me
I'm saying?
too.
'Cause I'm pushing 93.5 FM radio because they gave me so many opportunities
Facts.
that, you know what I'm saying, the love, the loyalty, we locked in forever, man.
I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, Shorty saying come up to the show. That meant a lot because a lot of people don't open up doors for other people. They try to shut them. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I've been waiting to get on this show. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
I rock with Chanel Monet, you know what I'm saying? She always bring up some credible people. I love her conversation. I love her energy when she got her shows. And I've watched the growth, you know what I'm saying? So for months now, I'm like, man, I'm trying to get on Chanel Monet show.
Hey, we up. When we got the Cocktails and Conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Cocktail conversation, man. 93.5 Chanel for Monet and whatnot.
Appreciate it. We in here, man. Listen, I'm not really a big drinker. I'm more of a conversation guy. You know what I'm saying? Than the cocktail drinker.
If y'all, I told y'all before they came, I got some celebrities in here today. So you gonna see me going back and forth, and we gonna turn up. Okay. We talked about YK show. We talked about YK show coming out, but let's talk about Locked In with Kingpen every Saturday from at 8:00, right?
8 to 9 every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Locked In with Kingpen show. It's really like an open format show. You never know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? We got the celebrities, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have the local artists, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have producers. We're doing a music review, you know what I'm saying? The reality show review, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be watching, you know what I'm saying, this whole thing unfold in front of everybody's eyes from 8 to 9. You know what I'm saying? But right before that, you know, YK is turning up, you know what I'm saying? And then right before YK, you know what I'm saying, we got Bash, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a different situation because I'm going to let y'all know. This is everything that I give back to the city. You know what I'm saying? So when I get a radio show, it's the city's radio show. You know what I'm saying? So y'all reach out to me if y'all want to be a part of the show. Big shout out DJ Profluent. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be handling a lot of the DJing and the music stuff aspect. But, you know, if you want your song on the radio, make sure you tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? We'll let you know how I get it done. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of the podcast, let me hit me up, man. I'm not too big to work with anybody. I want to work with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit still. I want to be consistent. So if you are aspiring singer, dancer, musician, producer, if you have talent, if you are a business owner, you know what I'm saying? Every aspect, we want to make sure that you got some kind of spotlight. And if you're having trouble with, you know, running your business, then I've ran several businesses. So I want to be able to talk to people about, you know, how to take their business to the next level too. You know what I'm saying? With one of these segments called, you know, Mind Your Own Business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That goes both ways. You can mind your own business and stay alive, or just mind your own business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a business, a sweatshop, or whatever, a sweatshirt company that you're doing, mind that. Take care of that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure?
Steve, what's good with it?
And mind you, everything Kingpen just said, YK Raleigh stamped that, and that's vice versa. So on my end, any unsigned artist. Now y'all don't watch me. Y'all see what I got going on. Y'all seen. I just went from a regular unsigned artist to I got my own radio show on the FM radio station.
Yep.
Like, my whole thing is, I'm still an unsigned artist. So at the end of the day, I'm pushing us so crazy. Like, if you trying to lock in, man, you need to lock in with YK Raleigh, man. Straight up. You trying to get on radio?
First thing I see on my TikTok right there.
Show them.
I see him. First thing I see. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all merch. If y'all got merch, whatever y'all got going on, make sure y'all brand yourself. Branding is like a major part of this whole entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't follow a lot of people on TikTok. So when I see my TikTok feed, it's about important people. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap in on TikTok at young_Kingpen. You know what I'm saying? Got like a little 12,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get up there.
Okay, so we gonna introduce before y'all know I'm about to put some heat on them. But before we do, Kingpen here at Cocktails and Conversations. I like for people to know who they look up to, people that they respect, people that like with me. I use this all the time. Toya Russian now, Lil Wayne baby mama. Mm-hmm. She is somebody she my Beyonce. She's my icon. So I follow her, I research her, I look her up. But I feel like this generation right now, they just see somebody popping and they say, oh, I like them.
Right.
Oh, I want to support them. So that's why I brought the platform so people can, get to know the people with motion. But also, we get a little spicy up here and get in their business. So what I wanted to, y'all, Kingpen is a mover and a shaker, okay? If you know him, he's a celebrity interviewer. He's a publicist. A tour manager, right?
My publicist.
Yeah, he's YK publicist, definitely. A reality star, a consultant, and a new thing that I just learned, a designer.
Yeah, I do a lot of, I've been a creative, so I always had designs in my mind, like from clothes or from just designing. Like, we used to do setup for parties and stuff like that. Okay. So, I love the whole creative aspect. So anything that, when it comes to media and creativity, that's like my number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What I love about you is your consistency.
Thank you.
When I first met you, you were, I can't remember the artist, but you was bringing a paint in the crave.
Probably Johnny
Put-
Blaze
Yep.
or something like
Put
that.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Shout out Johnny Blaze. Shout out
Yes.
Gemini Goddess Designs for putting that together for me.
And y'all, shout out to Johnny Blaze. I will be dropping that interview soon.
Shout out
People been
Johnny
asking
Blaze.
me when I'm gonna drop my interview with Johnny Blaze. I'm gonna be dropping my interview with her and Go F me. Y'all know her,
I got
the porn
The
star.
adult
I'm be
entertainer
dropping. Yes,
filmer.
yes.
I got to open up for Johnny Blaze when I was on tour this year. So shout out Johnny Blaze.
Yes, and
Matter of
she's
fact,
so-
I spent the whole weekend with her that weekend.
She is, and she's so down to earth
Yeah,
and so
she cool.
sweet. She's so nice.
She's a
so,
nice lady.
But what I back to you, Kingpen. What I liked is I saw your consistency. Like you were pulling up on celebrities.
Yeah.
You was pulling up on different artists. And you kept going. You kept going. You kept going. And I feel like you made your own way.
Listen, it's not really a lot of people who helped me along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I tell people I can get somebody hot in the city because I got myself hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only like the only person who really helped me is Keith Cash on tour. You know what I'm saying? He helped me out a lot. And then all the club owners and stuff like that helped me, like people like Tim Boss and, you know, like Showstopper ENTs and I mean, I don't even want to start Big Tex, you know what I'm saying? Diamond District with Mark Law. I mean, a lot of the
Oh,
promoters
you calling some of the OGs.
Yeah, I've been doing this for real. Like I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm almost 40. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 37.
You know what I'm
The
saying? I
people
just
know.
turned 38. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing this for a long time.
Right.
So I got like 25 years in the entertainment business. So it's really just based upon me keeping good relationships with people like that. You know what I'm saying? It's me going out there getting it done, but it's the people who's investing the money is the club promoters, the club owners and stuff like that. So it be them who make a way for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I always have to applaud the club owners and stuff like that because they be letting me do my thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
When I first started out, I was Miss Friday Night Live. When I started out Men's Magazine modeling, but when I first started out hosting, I started out as Miss Friday Night Live at Smoking Grooves.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Big Delph.
Yes,
Big Delph,
I
what's
love
up?
Delph. I love Delph. That's when I met Bash. Bash brought me on. He
Shout
was
out
Mr.
Bash.
Friday Night Live.
Okay.
And he brought me on as Miss Friday Night Live.
Cool.
And I just the opportunities from there, because you know Smoking Grooves closed down abruptly.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the spots I really didn't get a chance to get into like that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I wanted to get over there because, you know, it was just my people's running and stuff like that. But you know, it was something new and different for the city. Smoking
Right.
Grooves.
And
They had
I can't. I wish we get them vibes back. I tell Delph all the time, he doing a Smoking Grooves reunion. I said, no, you need to come back and bring Smoking Grooves. That's what you need to do.
Hey, big shout out to Delph.
Yes,
He's out there in Atlanta doing the real
definitely. Yes,
VIG.
he is. Yes,
you know what I'm
he
saying? He
is.
got the shop. It's like a takeout for high end food
Yes,
though. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So it's great. You know what I'm saying? I see the food, I be slobbering in the mouth like, boy, I gotta get out of the Jones, bro. Where
What
we
I
at?
what I
You know
love
what I'm
about
saying?
Delph is Delph is one
he
of
on
those
the south
people.
side.
And I learned, I think I kind of learned that from him in this industry. Is Delph is one of them people that stay humble.
It's called
I'll-
Bass in Trouble.
You
That's the
gotta
name of
stay humble.
Bass in Trouble is the name of the restaurant.
Yes.
Check that out, y'all. If y'all.
It's called what?
Bass in Trouble.
Okay, y'all check my man's out. Okay, y'all
Jonesboro,
make sure
Southside.
y'all make sure y'all tune in. Tell Delph that you heard him on Cocktails and Conversations.
Cocktails
and
and
you want to come
Conversations,
93.5.
support him. You hear me? But Delph, like I feel like even when Delph was here in Atlanta, I've been down. I've seen him since he was down in Atlanta. He was when I went and saw him. I want to say he was a chef at 2 Chainz restaurant.
Yeah, Escobar.
Yeah, shout out Escobar.
Yep. So and he does not change.
Right in the
He's
heart
been
of
a
the
good
He
city.
dude,
does
though.
not change. He still shows the same love.
Right.
He still like supports the same, and that's all. And you say, you say you've been in this industry about 25 years.
About
I'm gonna
25
say
years.
I've been in here maybe like 11 or 12,
Mhm.
and you know how ugly it can get.
Yeah.
You know how dark and like just how disgusting this industry can get. So
Facts.
to find people like that no matter where they are still the same is rare.
He had a studio too, real talk. That's why I really got to rock it with Delph because he had that studio. Like going downtown, you know what I'm saying? Like Delph, y'all gotta get. I'm always giving Delph his flowers though, but y'all gotta really understand who the people who really been in the city for a long time because there's a lot of stars and celebrities out here that's really come from the city and people who made a lot of waves.
I had a conversation with
Big Delph.
somebody and she probably thought I was trying to. She ended up calling me a groupie, but I was having a conversation with somebody. She said, "Tim Boss, only reason he popping is because he bring all the good celebrities." I said, "Okay, your point." She was like, "If somebody else was doing that, then he wouldn't be popping." I said, "But what you got to understand is." he ain't just start doing this.
Man, y'all gotta stand by Tim Boss. Listen,
flashbacks.
y'all
Diva.
is so lucky to get that energy because Tim Boss is really like a U.S. figure. Like y'all just see him all the time in Raleigh and stuff like that. You think like no, but Tim Boss is really like the top level boss. Like you know, in Mario, you gotta get like Tim Boss is up there. He earned that name. Like it's not just y'all just see him, but. If Tim stopped doing shows in Raleigh, the whole Raleigh market would shut down a whole lot. If y'all don't respect what Tim's doing, and he said, you know what, I'm gonna throw parties somewhere else, boy, this city will be dry. Man, he's like the plug. He's like the El Chapo of parties.
Before I ever moved back home, like this, like a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying? The only name that would pop up on my timeline randomly was Tim Boss. You know what I'm saying? To the point that one day I'm like, what Shawty do? So I wouldn't hit page. I'm like, oh, Shawty be promoting, you know what I'm saying? But what was impressive to me was how much he was putting home on. You know what I'm saying? He was making all these big celebrities make sure y'all don't skip coming through North Carolina when y'all doing what y'all do.
Hold on. Not only don't skip North Carolina, don't skip Raleigh.
No, definitely don't skip Raleigh.
Tim Boss is bringing them through. Little
they
Baby.
Going to Charlotte.
Yeah, he brought them for the Raleigh.
You're not going to see them people like that unless, like these people be costing a bag. 20, 30, 40,000
$20, $30, $50, 100.
100 racks.
He bring them 100 rack folks outside.
Tim Boss is definitely a Raleigh culture, like a staple. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a staple in the city, and he has to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Because he is getting a lot of flack from the police departments and stuff like that. They harassing him because he's a young black guy that's making a lot of money.
That's what I was about to say.
Good.
Of course, he's a black guy driving a better car than them.
I've
he's young.
I've been knowing Tim since the way back, man.
Let me tell you something. I graduated from Wake Forest Roseville High.
Right.
I grew up right around the corner from Perry Creek Road, Berkshire Downs.
Okay.
I remember them with him, his
Fat
JB,
Sosa and all them.
Well, before
Pooh
it
Bear.
was Fast Food,
Pooh
so
Bear.
we were Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear.
They were sitting
Pooh
when
Bear.
they used to sit on the green box in Berkshire Downs. You know what I'm saying? So to see them like actually, yes. Yeah. And I've seen Tim name actually be like drugged through the news.
Oh yeah.
I've seen, like through over the years. So.
Right.
And so when I hear people say like, "Oh, he's doing this now," that man deserves that. It's been nights that this man done put up money and lost money.
Lost big.
He had flashbacks. He had divas. He had Phantom the last time before they closed. You know, like this man has had, not only has he brought celebrities here, he's had establishments. Yeah, and we know people that's in the club. All I'm doing is hosting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know how every night ain't no packed night.
You gotta take your wins and losses though.
Exactly.
But that's why you call yourself a boss, because you can't be a boss and take a loss.
Right.
So in that aspect, like I told you a couple weeks ago about the show, every time you do a show, you're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like even with a radio show, you're not gonna have 200,000 listeners this week. You know, sometimes the numbers fluctuate in business. You know what I'm saying? But what doesn't fluctuate is that the rabbit never beats the hare or the turtle. You know, you have to keep going. If you're going slow, just keep going. So what he did is that he put his money into the shows, and sometimes you win, sometimes but people won't support because of the attitude that the person you was talking to have. And man, I ain't about to spend with Tim Boss. He already got all the money. Hey, I want to spend with Tim.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what
I ain't gonna
because I'm gonna invest in the show. Like, hey, look, bro, I gave you whatever for the ticket. You know what I'm saying? And you bought such and such down. That helps me out. So
let me tell you something. I maybe about 2-3 years ago, my mama still talk about this. I took my mama and my baby daddy mama out for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's nice.
We was at TGI Fridays, right? And as Tim was going out the door, he just waved at me or whatever. The one man, we got ready to leave now, y'all. We was in there drinking. I ain't playing, y'all. I know me, my mama, not to tell our business, but we was in there enjoying being mothers. And they was enjoying being grandmas not having to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we done had, I know, about 3-4 drinks apiece.
Cocktails and conversation.
The woman brought to-go boxes and no check. And I'm like, okay, we about to go. I'm put everybody together. I'm paid. She was like, oh no, it's already taken care of.
Right.
She said, Tim told me when you got ready to go to come over here and tell y'all Happy Mother's Day.
See,
I ain't gonna count.
And he did it he wasn't looking for no recognition because he didn't stay around for a thank you.
Yeah, he was going.
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't do it for recognition. He didn't do it for I want kudos or nothing. And here I am 3 years later talking about it openly. So he definitely didn't do it for some clout. You get what I'm saying? Like genuine love. And you don't find people like that. And I've seen him. I've been in the grocery store behind him one time where he done paid for somebody else's groceries.
Yeah.
I've been in Walmart where he done passed I done seen him pass, the people outside that about to go in there and buy them a 12-pack. Pass them a couple of dollars. Like, he is one of those people that I have really seen win and want to. Exactly.
Yeah. But listen,
exactly.
On not saying that's what he's doing though, but listen, if you take care of the people in return will take care of you.
Yes.
That helps you not get robbed. That helps you not get shot up. Because I've been in situations where I'm like, hey, you know what, man? This is my friend. They're like, we finna do this such and such. Like, nah, bro. Kingpen paid my cell phone bill like 2 months ago. When my son needed school clothes, we're not gonna do that. You may be in a hurtful conversation and don't even know it, but your deeds and previous encounters have stopped you from getting touched. Fact. So it's not that you such a scary guy. Like, oh my God, I'm scared that people gonna rob me, so I'm paying everybody's food. But it's like, listen, karma is real.
Let me tell you something. I don't care where Tim goes.
Right.
He ain't getting touched.
Tim good though. Tim is beyond the level of good. He's great
because one thing he did do is when he got up and made it up, he spun the block for his goons.
Yeah, all his people that was down for him.
He spun the block for his homeboys. He ain't forget nobody behind. And I see him all the time bringing on new promoters.
Right.
Helping people get money.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So he gonna always be good. But that's what I tell people. It's not about just going out in numbers. I'd rather go out and have a 4 people solid team.
Correct.
Than 10 people entourage.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
especially in this day and time, I got a show. I can get towed up with everybody. If I want to get towed up with you, I can just invite you here on a Tuesday and we can get drunk.
Yeah, that's right.
You get what I'm saying? But to actually go out, enjoy life, and feel secure in today's time, you need loyalty, baby.
That's a fact. That's
need
that's
loyalty.
what a lot of things is missing is people being loyal.
Yes.
Everybody's got an ulterior motive.
Yes.
And it's okay to have one, but as long as it's pure. You know
As long
what I'm
as
saying?
it's pure.
You have to have a pure ulterior motive. And one of the things I tell people is, I don't mind people taking away from me, using me. But put back into me too, though.
Right,
Because
right.
you know, when my energy gets low, it's like, I done gave you this,
I
and I
need
gave
you
you so
boost me
much.
back up.
Hey, put back
Pipe
into me.
me
It
up.
doesn't necessarily mean a financial putback. You know what I'm saying? You might
Right.
put hey, I was feeling down one day. You didn't even know. You called, hey, look, Kingpen, man, everything's going to be all right. How did you know I needed that?
We
you know
was
what I'm saying? I
talking
needed
before
that.
you got here
Yeah.
about with social media. When people share your stuff and like your stuff, they just look at it like, oh, I'm just supporting Kingpen. It's nothing to them. But we was talking about, like, for me, it's everything.
As it should be.
Everything, because whether one person like it or 1,000 people like it, like, I would
helping
not
me get
be
my message out.
and I would not be where I am without support.
You got to
I'm
look
not
at it
where
like
I
that.
want to be, but I have come far. I would be sitting here lying.
That was my whole thing.
I've come far, but
Outside with the outside.
it's because of my support.
Right.
You know, like, and without those shares, without those likes, like right now I got 5,000. And I want to talk to you something about social media after we do this. Remind me, okay?
Okay.
I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. Every time I got to get ready to add somebody, I got to delete somebody.
Yeah, mine like that.
So when one person shares, I just assume you got 5,000 people too. But guess what? They ain't my
don't like that.
5,000 people.
Yeah.
So that means one person that does not know me saw me.
That's,
Right.
and that
You
means
get what
the
I'm
world to
saying?
me.
So I just appreciate, even though you feel like, oh, I just shared Chanel. Yes, and Chanel appreciates it because you now have introduced me to your audience,
Yeah.
to your platform.
Yeah.
Whether you on social media just to talk
Whatever
talk
you're there
junk,
for.
be nosy. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Share that.
either way, I am a brand.
Right.
And I don't care how you put me in them people's face.
They
Put
put
me
me in there.
in their
Please.
face.
Baby, please.
I take a hustler's, you know what I'm saying, mentality from it all. Like, like if you really in the streets, I was in the streets, sometimes you be thinking like, man, it's this guy I always look out for. I might have a certain price that I want this for. But he comes so consistent, I give him a discount. And he brings somebody else now that's going to pay the regular price. So it's like, you also have to think about that with support. Like, hey, look, man, I may not be able to get Chanel to buy my product, but she talks about it a lot now. So she still support me just as much as somebody who's purchasing because she's telling people to spend money with me. So she may not directly spend money with me, but her friends are spending money.
Exactly.
So I'm cool with that.
Exactly.
So everybody thinking about support does not always mean financial. It can
Right.
be emotional,
Let me
physical.
tell you,
You know what I'm saying?
some of my closest friends have not read my books.
Right.
And I got 2 out. Some of my closest friends
But they done
have not
told
read my
somebody
book.
else about that book, though. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I don't hold it against them because they ain't readers. I know for a fact they ain't readers.
Who
Now, if you had
around
it on
you.
like an audio book, then you might have
And
something
you know
there.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the market I'm about to tap
Right.
into too. But my thing is, I feel like some people start doing stuff. Okay, like for example, I don't want to use something I'm about to start doing because y'all know how y'all do. I don't want to put it in.
I
y'all
tell
need
you,
the
you
Lord.
can't tell these
the
folks.
I'm about to say, you know what I'm saying? I gotta let the Lord manifest it
The
first
copycats
before
is out
y'all
here.
start
Meow.
start working on it. So let me
They-
use it
they
as an
listen,
example.
though.
Somebody that let me think. Okay, let's say men's clothing. I am a woman.
Right.
Of course, I wouldn't support. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say support. Of course, I wouldn't wear men's clothing.
Right.
But I'm a woman that, regardless, y'all know everybody that's single be out here humping on somebody. I'm humping on somebody.
You got somebody
You
now.
get what
Nobody's
I'm saying?
technically single.
You get what I'm saying? Exactly. So, and it's a man that
You
I
know.
make him buy a sweatshirt for,
Right.
some jeans for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily got it on, but I am showing the support.
It doesn't have to always come directly from the person you
Exactly.
wanted to come from. It could be indirect. You know, like you said with the men stuff. You know, you may not wear a man shirt, but you have an uncle, you have a cousin, a brother, a boyfriend, a guy that you know the mailman. So even if that's why I said people have to make things really economical because to support somebody, because you be like, hey man, like, you know, I would support you, bro, but you know your dang t-shirts is $735. I don't got that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, you get a little discount or whatever, you know, I might be able to help you
And
out.
I tell people all the time too, like one thing in business that I learned, even with writing, you have to research what you're doing.
Right.
Like when you starting a business, know your target audience.
Target audience.
Even if you just starting a brand, know your target audience. Like for me, everybody that has been to a Chanel Monet event, I tell people all the time, they don't book me, they book my butt. Cause they know I'm coming through there with a turned up vibe and a good twerk.
Right.
I don't care what's going on.
That's your
one person
sales
in
pitch.
there.
That's your
and that's
thing.
why I say the hostess with the mostest, cause they booking the mostest, not
Right.
me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But they know I'm about to come through there and I'm about to turn up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
You also humble though, like not to take away from your talents. I'm saying, but in an industry where you're a person, a female host, they want to see a woman with a nice figure and a nice body. So you understand that, hey, I got this nice body. This is what's getting me this money. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I respect that.
Yes.
People sometimes be thinking like, yo, Kingpen, I don't have views. It's the celebrity. People don't watch me. They watch the celeb. So I humble myself immediately. They be like, oh man, I never, my head do get a little big sometime now. But it gets deflated by myself because I push on and be like, look, boy, you know they watching Fabulous in them now. It ain't you.
Right.
It's a little bit of that, but it's a lot of Glorilla and, you know, Boosie. It's, you know, so I always,
But guess what? Let me give you this little nugget in there. They watching them, but guess what? Because they're watching them, they got to see you.
it comes to, listen, a lot of people now, piggybacking off the 10 Boss thing, a lot of people sometimes want to be in front so much that they forget about the behind the scenes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I've been in a lot of events where I put some money up and never even showed up and seen the back ends from it. So you just got to understand that the person in the front doesn't always necessarily make the most money. So sometimes you got to play the back seat to get the big check. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me tell you something. I've hosted events to where, okay, like for example, when I did Go
the adult,
the adult star
entertainment star, yes.
right. So when she came, I had already been hosted at Aroma, right? I mean,
That's
having
why I
a
just left.
vibe out there.
That's why I just left.
Aroma, okay. I be out there a vibe, you know.
Right.
The night she came, baby, wasn't nobody worried about Chanel and her vibe.
They was worried
Wasn't
about
nobody
that.
worried about,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But as me being me, of
You
course,
celebrated her instead of hating.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, when I'm on the mic, I'm
Right.
shouting her out. I know she's the highlight right now.
Correct.
I know. Yes, I'm gonna drop this little twerk for you, but I'm gonna make sure that after this twerk, you got your eyes right back over here. You
That
right
shows
back
a good
focused
host,
on her.
Somebody-
But it's because you have to, again, like I was saying, you have to research your audience.
Right.
When it comes to a club night to me as a host is different when you have like a celebrity or somebody there.
Right.
On a regular club night, people just coming to turn up,
True.
whether I'm hosting or not.
It's a tough
It
crowd.
is some out there that may have followed there because Chanel there and I know she gonna be a vibe.
But it's not as grand as the people that's coming to see the target person.
But when you put somebody on that flyer,
They coming for them.
Like, exactly.
Even when the artist is opening up, like even with YK or somebody, you know, people they be thinking like, oh man, yo, like listen.
Yeah, they may look at it like, oh, I get 2 for 1. Oh, I'm gonna get to see YK and Lil Baby. But guess what? If YK won't up there, they were still going to see Lil Baby.
They were going to see Lil Baby.
Y'all speak that into existence.
Listen, people got to stop being offended because they in crowds and not getting a response that they don't, you know, that they think they deserve. They're not getting it. They got to stop being offended because it's like, hey, you got to understand the situation. These people are here to see Lil Baby.
And I ain't gonna
You know what I'm
cap.
saying? So don't be mad. Yo, man, y'all ain't turning up for me right now. No, we saving our energy for Lil Baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just be... listen, sometimes in my mind, I might be thinking something. Hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and download that boy's song in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna sit here and jump up because everybody's copycatters and, you know, wave followers. So if the whole crowd ain't, oh, man, pipe me up, they're going to be afraid to start that trend. Like, oh, I like this song. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that people are trend followers, not trend setters. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand the game, it won't hurt you as much because you're knowing what's going on.
Like
you know
I
what
was
I'm
telling you, YK, with that Whatnot song. Everybody, like with me, I told him, I was born at Wake Med when it was one building.
Oh, okay.
I had my son at Wake Med.
Right.
I cleaned the highway from Wake Med to Valero's.
Indeed.
So Wake Med to Bojangles, I'm hearing that. Of course, you know what I'm saying? So it's not only did he catch the heart of Raleigh with just that little bit of part, but it's catchy.
It's the main strip.
You
of
get what
Raleigh,
I'm
though,
saying?
yeah.
Because if you look at New Bern Avenue, what else would you have said? Real talk. Bojangles to Walmart.
It's kind of like what
You
PD
get what I'm
Pablo
saying?
Man,
did.
you at Walmart, we don't even consider that New Bern no more.
Listen,
you on
People
North
bet.
Side
I was about
then.
to say once you hit Tower,
Yeah, it's
people
over
act
with.
like you at Nightdale.
Yeah, there's night down
listen.
there.
I want people to stop being so afraid to make these hometown hits because look what PD Pablo did.
Yes.
North Carolina, come on and raise up. He didn't say Detroit. He didn't say Mississippi. He didn't say Atlanta. He said North Carolina. And that song went what? Platinum.
Just last Labor Day, I was on a cruise.
So don't be afraid to rep where you from.
Exactly.
Because that people will see that you're repping where you from and be like, I like that kid because he's repping where he's from. You know what I'm saying? So tell your story. Represent your
Last
city,
year-
your town, wherever you're from.
One second. Speaking of Whatnot and like talking about home and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't be knowing if everybody like really hear the lyrics or
I'll be listening.
you know what
to
I'm saying?
them.
One of the top questions when somebody see me, they be like, cause they hear me mention Southgate and but if you listening to the sentence, you know what I'm saying free 031 real Southgate and whatnot. Like he represent, that's his hood, you know what I'm saying? But that's my family, so free boo boo. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not from Southgate.
I stayed in Southgate.
From Raleigh.
Well,
my pops, them, all them, they
stayed
from
out
Southgate.
there.
I ain't, that's not where
I
I'm from,
stayed.
though.
I did stay in Fox Ridge. I was
I
one
stayed
of
in
them
Fox
kids
Ridge,
back
too.
in the day that used to be on beer boxes sliding
Yeah.
down the big hill.
That little cul-de-sac, listen, as soon as you turn to Fox
Shout out
Ridge, it's
Southgate.
like the fourth house on the right. It's right across the street from the cul-de-sac. I stayed right there for like a year and a half.
I stayed
People
right.
think like Kingpen don't be in the hood. Bro, Kingpen have lived in the hood
Yeah.
for real.
But this is my thing. When you done already been to the hood,
yeah.
when folks get out of there, they ain't trying to go back. Nothing against it. But you just you know what I'm saying? You just happy to sleep
You
a little
want
better.
more. Listen,
Peace a little better.
Growing
you know?
up is not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing.
It's
Yes.
definitely mental.
Yes.
So when I used to think at one particular, I'm like, man, I want to have different baby mamas. I want to have all. I had a different mindset.
No, sir.
Yeah, but then once I got into the wave of really thinking about how things were, I said, why would I want to have multiple baby moms and have the drama that comes with that? And
Well, hold on.
I'm saying wanting it though, like I wanted that.
Because
like,
I am baby number 3, and shout out to my village. We don't have none of that over there.
No,
so
no,
shout out to my village.
I
Shout out to your
wanted
village.
that though. I wanted to have like 3 different baby moms.
still working on mine.
I'm finna find these girls and stuff like that. I wanted that type of stuff. But once I grew up mentally, I was thinking like,
Right.
dang, if I can help it, I want to have this. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking, like I saw everybody doing this, saw everybody doing that, thinking like, it's the wave. You know what I'm saying? But even though everybody, the most popular crowds are doing it, doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
Right.
So I just
Gotcha.
saw what was going on
Gotcha.
around me. It was like, oh, my homeboy got 4 or 5 kids, different baby mom. He having a good life. He smacking this one, smacking that one, going back. But
Nah,
it really
we
was
ain't
no
got none of
peace.
that going on.
It was no peace in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I didn't understand
Stress.
that. Yeah.
Stress.
And then when I get old, I'm like, dang, he got a lot of bills. He got when school supplies come around, he got this one, that one
Right.
burnt.
Right.
I said, oh man, that ain't the way.
Now, so now I'm gonna give you an exclusive look. Now, you know what I'm saying? This literally just touched down from Atlanta this morning. You know what I'm saying? I had to make that move to you know what I'm saying, work the other move.
Oh, hold on
The phone.
before you do your drop. It is. We got a caller. Hold on.
Hey, y'all call in right
Oh, I
now.
see the joint.
919-899-9305. Y'all call in right now.
Hey, you're on the air with Kingpen, YK, and Chanel. Who we speaking to?
My name is Jim. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Jim.
Good, good. I'm doing well. Do y'all take requests?
What kind of requests you got?
Chanel, you've been talking about twerking all night. Let me
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Okay, I got you before I go. How about that? Okay.
that sounds
I
One
got
night.
you before I go. I do. Okay.
Jim said he want to see the tail.
Right,
He
yes,
said he want to see the tail
He
part.
said they booking you for this tail.
But
He said he want to see
Jim-
the tail. That's a different part. Hey, Jim, you a fool, boy.
Hey, shout out Jim, call in, man. Y'all call in right now, 919-899-9305.
We got to get the calling in
But I
part
was telling
coming
you,
up.
Chanel, you know what I'm saying? I just had a drop come in, you know what I'm saying? You said something about clothing line that reminded me. Mm-hmm. I just got the exclusive, you know what I'm saying? I finally got it in hand. You know what I'm saying? My clothing line.
Okay, yes.
And my clothing line is called OTO. You know, that stands for out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Everything out of ordinary,
Yes,
but never
hold
going
it
for
up.
nothing out of
Hold it up.
ordinary.
We got the cameras going in
Hold
here. Let the
on, let me-
live people see
let me
it.
show you what's
and
going
if you
on.
are listening on air live, then definitely tap in with my lives. Tap in with my YouTube channel, Chanel Monet, and I keep all my products and my contents up there. So definitely, tune in to the camera. Tap in with my guy and support.
I'm gonna let you.
Oh, you gonna put it up?
Let you see what's
Yes.
going on. So on the front, you know what I'm saying? We got the worldwide, and I represent 444 that on my partner passed.
Okay.
So I threw that in the worldwide. You know what I'm saying? We got our own
Yes.
team. We ain't doing no little boy stuff.
That's lit.
Oh, they for real, for real. I love
got-
it. A
you
person
got
who
the-
is not
you got the
accepted
outside
by or
definition.
who is isolated from society.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Outside with the outsiders.
Yes.
Okay.
I am here. Y'all support. Y'all, we was just talking about supporting. Support this man. Support his brand.
YK is like a double-edged sword. He's doing it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
Yes, he is.
Listen. When you normally do your
Yes.
thing,
Come this way a
Chanel,
little bit. Y'all see that?
you
Yes.
can't just say YK the rapper. He gotta be the entrepreneur.
We
the-
talked
you know
about
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's a whole more big thing than that. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I ain't playing with him.
Yes, I love this. Y'all make sure y'all support him. OTO, out of the ordinary.
That's
Everything
right.
Out of
out of
the
ordinary. Never
ordinary.
going for nothing out of ordinary.
Well,
Hey.
you guys, I was gonna talk about Kingpen TV a little bit, but I need y'all to tap in with this man. Y'all see the conversation is flowing, and I'm not about to let them flow past the hot seat. So, y'all ready for the smoke?
Smoke me out.
Okay. Well, how I like to start it
Let me
is
pour another
because
shot.
it lets me know how far I can go. Are you single, taken, or none of our business?
Who, me? Am I single, taking none of your business?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen. I at first in the whole entertainment business, I was like, man, I got to keep my little relationship status kind of secretive because it be people that don't want to support you, like because they be like, dang man, I used to love Kingpen. I found he got a whole girlfriend. I'm not paying nothing. I ain't buying nothing from him. But listen, if your support means that I have to flirt with you or I have to be in love with you, then listen, I have
This 2022.
I
Then go ahead
I
with them
am
$10.
not available. You know what I'm saying? I am content with my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to find somebody. If a lot of people are single for the wrong reasons, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people are single for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? So if you see somebody that's single and they've been single for a long time and they ain't choosy and they ain't picky, it's probably because of them. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely am happy and I'm not looking for anyone.
Okay,
at all.
so you're
I'm
taken.
not buying y'all nothing.
YK,
for Christmas.
Are you single, taken, or none of our business?
Man, I cheated on my girl. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it was
But you know what I'm saying? I learned after I cheated. You know what I'm saying? That's who I want for real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yo, cheating
Okay.
helps sometimes.
I'm trying to figure out how to become a married man again. You know what I'm saying?
You been
And,
married before?
I mean, the way I gave myself to her, I was married.
Okay.
So I'm trying to return back
You
to that
said,
energy.
but you won't until you change that last name, though, just to let you know.
I know technically now I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying, get my knee dirty, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that for sure. You know what I'm saying? But until
Okay,
then,
I love it.
you know what I'm saying?
I love it. Okay.
I don't think
So-
actually being single
so
is the
I'm,
greatest ideal, honestly. Like
I don't
not-
like being single.
Nah, listen, not against nobody that's single. I'm just saying, is when you trying to find that right one, you're gonna go through 10 wrongs before you get that one right.
I like the version of YK when I'm in love. Like I get so much more done. I
do too.
My energy's so good. I'm waking up smiling.
Yeah.
Baby, you want some food? Let me cook. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of energy. Like
I think we all need a female, you know what I'm saying? Like in our lives. Everybody needs somebody else. Whether it's, I mean, nothing against the homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? But whatever floats your boat.
LGBTQ friendly.
Right, that's all I wanted.
Y'all counsel me.
That's why I said I didn't want to say, everybody needs a woman or man. Whatever you need or whatever you have at home is definitely needed because it brings out a different side of you is what I'm basically saying. Like, even if you're like a person like YK, you might be a very, person that's rough and stuff. A woman might, mellow him out a little bit more.
Mellow me, baby.
Good,
what I say is I am at this time single, but I'm not mingling. I'm not mingling.
See what I'm saying?
But I feel like with women, a lot of us have been strong. Like, well, with me, I can speak for me. I've had to be the strong, like independent man one so long
much, yeah.
that it's like when I start dating, they'll be like, "Oh, you think like a man, or you act like a man." I'm like, "It's not something I want to do. It's something I've had to do to survive." Like every time you see them strong women,
being strong is very damaging.
They love to be they would love to be just a woman. But a lot of us didn't know how strong we were until strong was our only option.
Oh, my mom.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something real. Like I was just telling you, being strong is very damaging because to get to that point of being strong, you have to be weakened. So people say, "Oh man, I'm a strong person." Listen, you have to get beat up a lot.
Yes.
So I don't necessarily have a problem with you saying, "Listen, I'm single," because somebody made something very strong that was right to me. They said, "Listen, if you go down there on social services and you circle single." That's what you are. I don't care if you've been 20 years in a relationship. Yeah. If I file my taxes and if I check for that government box, single, married, divorced, or widow, and if I check single, that's what I am. And I was like, dang, but you've been with this man 10 years. You're single. Technically, I'm single. Like you said, I'm not looking, but I'm single. Until this guy signs away and stands before God or in front of the courthouse or whatever you're gonna do, and my cousins and them, and say, "This my wife." That's it.
And if you ever been to a wedding, them vows is real.
I promise.
Because I don't play with. I ain't the most.
I'm coming
religious,
with the crazy vibe.
But I got relationship, and I don't play with God. Do you hear me? And you listen to them vows.
I think marriage is definitely like a business. Anything that has a contractual agreement is business. You know what I'm saying? So I have mixed emotions and feelings about marriage only because I didn't want to get married at first because I seen the success rate go down, plummeting. Like everybody, think about this, Chanel. Your grandma, your aunts, your uncles, they all have standing relationships 25 years, 19 years. Name 5 of your friends that's got 13 years under their belt.
They don't.
Before
they don't. But you know what?
It's dwindling.
That's what but for me, I'm the only child.
Right.
That comes from parents that's been married 26, I think, 26 years. My grandparents, 10 kids, they were married before my granddaddy passed, maybe like 40 something years. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I've seen. My mama is one of 10 kids.
Now this ain't not.
All of her siblings is married except for the ones that have lost their spouse in death.
Now this ain't got nothing to do with your situation. I'm saying, don't be married to somebody for a long time and not be happy. Some people I'm not saying that your grandparents and cousins. I'm just saying I'm talking about
anybody. Because me, I'm not even gonna be in a relationship and not be happy.
Married for a long time and they not really happy. It's because they don't want the frowned upon of.
But like
I got
you
divorced,
said, you said, it's because if you look at old marriages, a lot of them was for stability.
You know what? They didn't have social media.
That's what I said,
you're right.
They didn't have it.
You're right.
They didn't have it. I came from when there was no social media to now when it's all about social media.
Yes.
People are together for social media. It's too many. Listen.
And me and YK was talking before you got here. A lot of people will look at social media and start comparing themselves. So they'll be like, "Oh, my mate ain't buy me no car."
Yo,
boy, you ain't had no car for you got with that man. So how you expect him to buy you a car?
Think about this: when you were like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you would just go to work and go to home. You didn't have
Yes.
that many options.
No.
You see you had a work girlfriend if you had one. If you were a cheater, you had a little work girlfriend and that little, if you went to the skating rink,
Nah,
you know
you
what I'm
had
saying,
a little
on
work
Capitol.
girlfriend.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to speak openly for everyone.
He said,
It
no,
wasn't a
you
lot
had
of
a little
options,
work.
you know what I'm saying? But you didn't have that many options. Now you can pick a girl anywhere, and there's so many people that's simping.
Now
and
you can
saying,
buy love.
Yeah, now are asked for it because people like a girl might say, you know what, I'm hungry. Now here's 45 guys with plates flying all over, Uber Eats and stuff just coming on in.
Or try to say I got that pound cake for $100. You know what I'm saying? They coming to buy that love.
A lot of stuff has been cut short. Like like you said, now you can just pay to play. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Pay to
Back
play.
in the day,
You
you
ain't
have to
gotta
take
talk.
a girl on a date, meet her at the skating ranch over there on Traywick Road.
First
go to
of
Burger
all-
King, all that
not
kind-
Traywick Road.
Well,
I'm talking about.
Well, I
I've
looked
been
at it
That
like
was my favorite skate
Yeah.
radio.
before you had to
Saturday.
actually get to know a person. Like it had to be personal.
Yeah.
Now I just feel like
They
it's
had
not
to fall in love
personal.
with you and your character, not your image.
Yep. Yes. And that's so crazy because I have, until you experience it, it sounds crazy, but I've had people date me because of who I am, not who I am.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
right.
Like they just want to be able to say, "Oh, I took Chanel out,"
Right.
or "I was out with Chanel Monáe." Like,
3.5.
come on, like you get what I'm saying? Like,
It's very hard to be in the entertainment business
Yes.
because people will want to date what they see and
Right.
not what they really know.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
I'm the same way. When people, that's why I say when people be like, you ask me earlier, are you in a relationship? Listen, I normally would hide that kind of stuff, but now I be like, yes, because I don't want nobody
weirdness
to
that
try to
come.
come. Yo, I want to. Oh my God, I'm like a super fan. I see Kingpen with all these celebrities and
Right,
stars.
right.
And I want that. I
I
can't,
want that for you too, but you're gonna go get it, darling.
yeah, like for someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you would love what you see on screen and on these reality shows and what you hear on the radio and stuff like that. You in love with that. It's okay to be a supporter, but don't turn that support into like a sexualized thing.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like people just want something so bad they have to
Okay.
have it on a sexual note.
Okay,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
since you
I
brought that up,
see.
let's
Right.
go ahead and jump into this then.
Oh Lord.
For both of you, chocolate women or caramel women?
Chocolate or caramel women. I'ma say this. Listen, I'm into all women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
All right, be careful.
that's why I had to think. Listen, I had to think
hold
about
on.
it.
Let me
I'm into
let me
all
do my
colors of
disclaimer.
women,
My
though.
last couple of guests have been single, so I ain't have to do my disclaimer. But for these men, if their significant other is watching,
Yes.
this is all for fun. We don't want anybody's head between the washer and dryer after they leave cocktails and
I got a stack
conversation.
washer and dryer. My
We
head
are
don't get all the way
just
through there.
having
My joke
fun,
got-
okay?
got the pedestal. But like, honestly, when it comes to skin color, I think that's something that needs to be taken away. I think that's
I
why
do too.
they come with blind dates. I think they really need to blindfold people and get in love with the person inside of them. If you just happen to be white, or if you happen to be plus size or BBW or tall or whatever, that's what I want. I don't really get into skin tones.
I joke with people all the time. My daughter-in-law and me will not bond at the salon.
Really?
My son, I remember he's in 7th grade now, but he been liking like white, Hispanic, like everything
It's the
foreign.
I'm telling you, it's the music.
But look, I asked him when he was in 3rd grade. I said, "Why you don't like none of the black girls at your school?" He said, "Cause they loud like you, mama." I said, "Ooh."
Dang.
Nah, it's
Right. So
If you look at it, like back in the day when they used to have like the real good dating shows, they used to put the people on the other side of the hole.
Yeah.
You couldn't see them. They answer questions. Hey, so if we were on the first date, where would you take me?
right.
Oh, I like to go on the beach. Yada da da. I like what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Continuously 3-4 questions. Oh, I like what Jared's talking about.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jared's the one. You see Jared, like, oh dang, Jared's ugly,
Yeah.
but Jared likes what I like. You can work with that.
He said, "Jared ugly."
Relationship is about working, not finding the perfect situation right away. People thinking sometimes you might meet a guy or a girl that's not as attractive as you want, but there's makeup, there's haircuts, there's stylists, there's clothes. So you can't get into something all the way ready, like a job. You're like, man, I want to make
And
$25
then
an hour.
when you get to our age, I think it becomes more than looks that makes a person attractive.
When you get older, you just really want somebody that understand you, somebody that
Some
make you
peace.
feel better about being yourself.
You want some peace.
The most
So shout out
prettiest
Ashley
people
for
that
making me
people
feel
deem
better about
pretty
myself.
have
I
the
love
ugliest
you.
attitudes. They have the most insecure personalities because, listen, being pretty is hard. I'm not saying that because I'm attractive. I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of pretty people. It's hard because people want stuff from you. It's like being rich. It's like rich with good looks, though. Like, oh, my God, I got this big old booty. Every guy in Raleigh gonna want to smack. They gonna lie and tell you they got this. They gonna jump out the gym, tell you they love you fast. Because I, as a guy, if my objective is to smack, I'm gonna tell you whatever. Because I'm trying to smack. So
You be smacking.
work. Nah, I'm saying though, like that's just the realest other. Like if we're in it to as a cat and mouse game, I'm gonna tell you what needs to be told. I know some of my homeboys right now that they spend hours on the phone with a girl. I'm like, bro, you have that much time? Like, bro, listen, a girl might have just say if it's a clock. If when a guy spends 200 hours with me, I'll sleep with him. Okay?
Yeah.
You can take 2 years to get that 200 hours. Or you can take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, bro? I'm taking the 2 weeks. I'm gonna call you all
cold.
day.
You cold.
No, I'm consistent. I get what I want. I know what I want. I know what it takes to get that.
Yeah, right.
So you have to, like you said, do your due diligence and do your homework and know.
So you gonna put 100 hours in 2 weeks?
I'm gonna smack before you do. That's because I'm gonna put the work in faster.
Right.
It's not about like it's like, word up.
Right.
It's like when you like if you work a job and your job says, look, here's the workload, guys. That you can be here from 9 to 5 and work it out, or you can be here from 9 to 1 and be done.
Right.
Boy, at 11 o'clock, I'm out here.
Right.
Y'all wanna talk? Not me.
Right.
I gotta get this work done. I'm gonna go home.
Because I'm ready to go.
Right. You can be here. We getting the same amount of pay, bro. I'm getting, 200 when it's over. You getting 200 when it's over. You can stay here all night long. I'm getting the joint done. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna change either way. Okay.
So,
well,
yeah.
both of you, booty or breast?
Now that I don't discriminate with. The booty's got got to have that. That's the one for me.
I rather like that Kuda cat hitting on.
Right.
Kuda cat me.
Hey, listen. I was just gonna say that though, YK. You don't know why? Because a lot of people be thinking like, oh my God, I want this so attractive woman. But the girls are kind of like mid-grade, but they be having that 5.
Kuda cat me. You know what I'm saying? You got that good Kuda cat.
Okay.
You got me, baby.
Nah, the super duper dope chicks, they don't be having it, boy.
Speaking of good cat, oral sex, give or receive?
Listen, I'm gonna answer that question. Receive.
I ain't gonna care. Depending on what kind of mood you put me in. Like, if you just make me feel like my face supposed to be in it, I might get excited by that. Yeah.
The game is
That
changing now,
Kuda
though.
cat exciting. Let me.
Nah, you got to get. You know what I'm saying? Like the game changing. Cause when I was a young kid, boy, if you went down on a woman, you was ugly. You know, like you had a little small whatever. You had to do that because you were lacking in other departments. You know what I'm saying? So now the game changing.
Yes, it has.
Now, I ain't gonna cap though.
The game changing now, boy.
Nowadays,
You
I ain't
gotta
gonna
stay
cap.
brisk.
I don't even do that like that. Like, it gotta be shouted. If it ain't shouted, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I don't
respect it. I respect
Man, you not-
it. It's
you
a
not-
dangerous field out here to
That's
play.
why I said
No.
it. That's why I said being
Not
single
me,
is
baby.
hard because listen, life is about numbers. Everything is about numbers. If you sleep with 5 girls, there's a chance you might catch a sexually transmitted disease.
Now, when I was young, I was with 5 all day. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 daily. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
But
I can't do no.
I'm a
3,
little
boy.
older now. Like
Right.
I'm slow pacing it. Like I
Yeah.
really just want one. You know what I'm saying? We can do what we do. You know what I'm saying? But if it don't work that way, what a 5?
Listen, think about this though. Now listen. I have a bad record. You know what I'm saying? I'm a recovering thought. That's what I tell people all the time. I'm a recovering thought.
Okay, so what you wanted? What I like to call a revolving hoe.
No, I'm a recovering. I'm recovering. I'm in the recovery process. Like word up, I have a lot of years in thoughting. So I have to. People, I tell people that really.
I used to
me,
be a thought too, y'all.
Nah, like what do you expect from me? I be on tour. I be around celebs. I be having money. Like I'm gonna be smacking.
Like the thing about me,
And I have artists up here, and I ask them about life on the road.
Right.
And it gets so funny because they shut down, and it's like, come on, yes, I'm an event host, but I'm also a tour host.
No.
When you're on that stage and you get to actually see, you see the crowd up front, but it's a lot that go on behind stage.
Listen,
the groupies is real.
No, listen, life on tour is different.
Yes.
Listen, people think that like it's changed though. Me and my tour manager, Keith Cash, we used to tour all over. See, back in the day, you can go find somebody if you wanted to, bring them back to the hotel. Nowadays, you cannot tell them where you at.
Yeah.
So you be thinking I'm finna go on tour and smack 100 girls. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you where I'm at, you gonna send YK to come get all this little jewelry and
Right.
you gonna rob all the celebrities.
Right.
Hold on,
I'm just saying now. That's how I think.
No, you're not.
No, I'm talking about in general.
YK not on that.
Not YK in general. I'm talking about AYK, somebody like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why people be thinking like, oh my God, you going on tour? You mean those girls? No, I don't need. If a girl comes to me like that, I be trying to duck her
Right.
because I be so paranoid about her trying to rob me, trying to get pregnant by me,
Yeah, I'm like,
trying to
baby, why
burn
you
me
so
or something like that. I be so paranoid. Like, what do you want? Like,
What's
I'm
your
not that good
intentions?
looking. You trying to do all this? Hold on, what's happening?
I have people
I'm
jump in
scared.
my inbox like, they'll jump in my inbox and be like, Chanel married me. I'm like, first of all, I have a bad attitude in the morning. You don't even know me.
me like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even. And then it be like some of the stuff I get in my inbox. I be like, y'all don't even know if I wipe good or not. Like, I'm for
that's
real.
it.
Like some of the stuff that come out
that's
of
real
these
talk, though.
these men
No.
mouth.
Men have to have respect for themselves
Exactly,
too. Though. Like I hate to be
exactly.
sound like the cornball sometimes, but like listen, the same thing that women do, men have to do too. Like I be telling chick, like no chick just can't get at me like that. She be like, I'm about to go shake some butt in here. I'm gonna get naked in front of him. It's gonna work out. No, it's not.
Right.
You might think I'm gay or something. The way I might
Right.
just curve a chick. Like,
Right.
Kingpen, he be having his hair flat. He probably gay. Nah, bro, I don't want your chick. I don't
Right.
want her.
Right.
Because I know that. Listen, your chick might be attractive, but you'll gun me down behind this girl. My life is
And
way more
shot
important.
probably come with
than
too
that.
many problems.
Right. Listen, when you get involved with people, guess what you get involved with? Their problems.
Yeah.
And they
too.
baggage.
Their
Yeah.
problems, their baggage. So I don't put
And
myself
everybody
out
ain't
there.
got a tote bag. Some people got real
Everybody
luggage.
needs help.
Yes,
So if
yes.
you
Like,
get
dang, you
with
brought
10
that
people,
too?
right,
Yeah.
that need 10% of help, right, you're going to be putting out 100% of help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of just helping
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
You're going to be spreading yourself too thin.
Right.
I ain't
So
spreading
I
myself
learned a
thin.
lot in a little bit of time, though, bro. Like, so that's why I said, I anybody out there, listen, even if you are attractive, don't listen. I used to always think, man, you know what? Even oral sex, man, cover up, bro. You can get burnt from oral.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to tell my girl, and I said, listen, I come from airway. I was, condoms was late. That came in late in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, raw dog. Everybody was raw
late
dogging.
in life.
That was real talk because sex education wasn't a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a big thing and when we were coming up. Everybody wasn't on that. But, now there's more commercials and, stuff like that, information out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I tell people, listen, cover up, man. Because
Yes.
AIDS is real.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And these folks is
And
nasty.
your health is real. And I like to joke. Y'all women know I like to joke on Saturdays about your jewelry box. But keep your jewelry box shining. When you open
And
that
keep
jewelry
your
box,
pH
it need to
balance
shimmer.
right.
Yes. Okay, like that's one of the things like when
That's a key word, YKP.
like a lot of people be like the city girls. I do like the city girls music.
Right.
But some of the stuff they be talking about, like where they be like, sucking and scamming on a rich nigga. Okay, but after the third or fourth one,
Life is about numbers.
your pH balance done went all the way down.
Like a yo-yo.
No,
Do you hear me? Like-
if you
You gotta
want to
bring
take it
that
on a,
back up.
if you want to take it on a spiritual note, when you interact with someone on that intimate note like that, you're also bringing in demons that they have. So
Yes.
if someone has a demon
Yes.
of habitually lying, somebody has a demon of perversion or a demon
It's
of
definitely
you know
an
what I'm saying?
exchange of
It's an
energy.
exchange.
Definitely.
So that's what I learned. You know what I'm saying? I was like, at one particular time, I was thinking like the more women I sleep with is like a title. Oh, I hit such and such. Oh, I smacked that. You find yourself just doing things to impress other men, and it's like, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and most of them that's smacking a whole bunch of them is stressed out.
Yeah, they
Well,
stressed
yeah.
out.
Hairline thin, if they got one.
it comes
Like,
with a lot though. You know what I'm saying?
They're stressed,
you got
especially in
everybody in your
today's
business.
time.
Right. I think the whole intimacy is like just like a performance. It's like a job. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You have to, if you're really into that,
Yeah.
you have to please someone else. It takes a lot. You have to know
Yeah.
someone's body. You have to get this. This doesn't work for
A
them. That
relationship
doesn't.
takes
Man,
work, period.
anything takes
Especially
work.
in today's time. It takes a lot of work because
Right.
you're not just worried about you being satisfied. You have to make sure somebody else is happy and peaceful and satisfied the same way you want to be.
I learned that late in the game.
I did too.
You wanna know why? Because I thought, I was like, man, I'm Kingpen, bro. Listen, I'm gonna put the jury on, take my shirt off, it's over. That's it. I'm not licking, touching nothing else. Listen. That's
Well,
the
I was
excitement.
one of them people that you was talking
Did you not
about
just see me
earlier.
on YouTube with Kanye
I'm a
West?
cute face with a big butt.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to do
What
nothing.
am I gonna do, right? Listen, I got humbled
That's
real
where her
quick
attitude
though.
come from.
Listen, that's where it came from. I was like, I got humbled by myself. I had to start thinking like, hold on now, I have to think about the other person.
Yeah.
Like as a person that really cares about my own self, how can I be better? I started thinking like, y'all have to really please other person. So I start asking, what do you like? What are you into? What are you not?
Well,
what
see,
are you not into?
At least you thought it through. Life had to teach me.
Right.
I was a cute girl
Mm-hmm.
with a big butt who dude was still sleeping with their baby mama. Dude was still cheating. Because when I sleep, I'm asleep. You go in and out that house 30, 40 times. I won't hear you. When I'm asleep, I'm out.
Boy, you
I done had dudes. You know.
I was thinking that. I was like,
you a catch.
I don't know how
You
to
wake
know
up.
that.
You don't wake up. Oh my God.
So, but
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
thing.
I'm gonna leave the front door
But-
unlocked.
but
Then
that's
I'll be back.
You better have no little dog that
But
bark.
that's the thing.
Dog out here.
Those are situations that like have put me in situations like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah. You gonna get you vulnerable. You vulnerable.
No lie, I was in a relationship, y'all, for almost 2 years before I found out that
He
this
had a
joker
whole nother
was-
relationship after you at 10 to 3 in the morning. He had a whole nother life.
And no lie, you joking,
I
but
would've burnt you up,
he
girl, I'll
was
tell you.
leaving out every night. And
Yo.
how I caught on to it is I had to wake up in the middle of the night
I had to pee.
sporadically and pee.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
I would have
where
started putting.
at?
Listen, you know
Had
what I've
to
been
go
doing?
white.
Hey, YK, you know what I've been doing?
Yeah,
hey,
go white.
Hey, you know what I've been doing, YK? I just said, look, baby, before you go to bed, baby, make sure you use the bathroom real quick, cause I don't need you waking up no
Nah,
more.
And
for
she
real.
had to go white.
Don't wake up no more.
Baby, that's your last cup of juice now.
But listen,
So, but-
when he cheated, like sometimes people be thinking that it's a bad thing. Like when YK cheated on his girlfriend,
I cheated, y'all.
he realized that it was nothing out there better than what he
I
had.
promise I found out them folks.
Cause ain't nothing out here in this
that
whoever
man- listen.
but piss.
Listen,
And
when
stress.
that man cheated on you, sometimes that conversation afterward is so hard, but it's mandatory. You should ask them, hey, why did you sleep with Brenda? It's because you
But
don't
you
want
know
to wear
what?
this. It's
I
because
am
you don't
one
want
of
to do
those.
that.
I
You know
am
what
one
I'm
of those people that, and some of my friends will tell me like, "Why do you care? Why do you do that?"
It's
I
to
am one of
improve
those
you.
people that like I have to get closure. We don't have to be like we don't have to hang out. A lot of my exes, we are cool, you know,
We gotta
because
have some
I just
understanding.
ain't spinning the block. Like
Right.
I feel like I'm the trophy. I feel like
You're
it
the
was your
prize.
loss. I ain't
Right.
lose nothing. So
That's why it says when
I
a
can
man
still-
finds a woman, he finds a good thing.
So I'm like, I can still be cool with you because I ain't lose nothing. You missed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm one of those that when we stop talking, I do want to know like what could I have done in the relationship better? What
Well,
where
it's
what
like a little
caused you
bit too
to-
late. What is it? Close but no cigar. It's like if you have those type of actions at the end, try that in the middle when things start going rocky.
But that's the thing.
know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
tell
saying?
you what's. That's why I said life had to humble me because I was the cute face with the big butt. I ain't see no rocky endings.
Right? You like, oh, this.
I
shit,
mean,
he gonna
I ain't
settle
see
down.
it going downhill. Like most of my relationships ended because one thing I will say, I'm just maybe because I'm the only child too. I got low tolerance. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like don't
Spoiled.
come if I find I'm I'm a
spoiled.
brat.
You know what? I, ain't gonna say
I
hate.
am a brat.
I just dislike single kids because they don't know how to share. Listen, they don't know. Listen, my sister, my older sister, she was the only child at one time. So when you have other siblings after that, it's a life changer.
And I tell people all the time, I have the only child syndrome real bad.
That's a real thing.
I'm the only child and I'm the only girl.
Oh my God.
And so it's like my daddy. So in my mind, when I'm dating people, I'm like, if you can't take care of me like my daddy can, then like I feel like I'm wasting my time.
People
That's how
need
it's
to
supposed to
also
be, though.
listen. People need to also before you date someone. I'm like kind of old school. So before I make you my girl, I want to see what your mom is like because when you get in 10 more years, I'm going to be dating a somewhat similar version of this right here. So I want to see.
I
Listen,
promise I done end a
Well, hold
relationship
on.
'cause I seen that
Anybody that's
mama.
dating me, don't look at my mama because my mama butt sit on her neck, and I doubt my butt ever get that
Good
big. Okay,
It's not.
gracious.
Listen,
So-
it's not necessarily about a
You got a
physical
picture?
standpoint. Listen, I know, God. Listen, I had to stray away because I got to go home tonight and listen.
and we
big
do
butts
not
is-
wash your head
Oh
between the
my
washer
God,
and the dryer.
boy.
Not
Boy,
at all.
I told you, boy. It's a lot
Your
of
show
space.
start on Saturday. I want
It
to
might
see you
not
here
make
with a
it.
knot
I might-
on your head. Okay.
Listen, oh my God, I had to sneak out. I didn't even tell it was cocktails and conversation with Chanel. When
Okay, so
what?
hold on, yeah. So
drink
let's get into that a
with
little
a
bit more
female?
before we
Nah.
cut off. In the bedroom, are you submissive or dominant?
I'm dominant.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a.
I ain't gonna
dominant
cap.
dude.
They don't let me like just be feeling type of way. Girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with you guys both being dominant, can you handle a dominant mate in the bedroom,
Yeah,
or
I'm
do
a-
you prefer a submissive mate?
Nah, I really should be down. 'Cause
yeah.
I'm gonna sit it down regardless.
No, you. Let me tell you something.
I think it's all about give and take. You have to give and take. I learned
Two
that
dominant people.
it doesn't
in
work out.
It's not. Somebody gonna have to be submissive for something
Yeah,
to
you gotta-
get satisfaction.
No,
Whoever turn it is,
Yes.
the other person
Know
gotta know
them.
how to play the other part. You know what I'm saying? Because
Know
when
your partner.
she dominant, I might be submissive.
Right.
Know
right.
your partner though.
But when I'm
like,
dominant, baby, submit
And then
to
you
me.
may, and you may not even you may be thinking you dominant, but at a time where you drunk or whatever, and she has no
She really
choice
might be
but to
holding
be
it down.
dominant. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I asked, because some dominant people in the bedroom do have a problem with losing that control.
Right.
Nah, I'm chilling. Like I'm going with the flow.
Okay.
I might be 15 minutes this way, and then you might just do something. I'm be like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think you
Drive
need
the
to
boat, baby.
also
Drive the boat.
set standards and set boundaries first. You know
That's
what
an
I'm saying? That's the
understanding.
first thing you need to do when you're getting intimate with somebody. Because listen, a lot of women. Now I come from, only so I can speak from this, I come from a family of all women. I was raised around nothing but women, older sisters, younger sisters. So listen, some women have trauma that has happened to them, and that you might unlock Pandora's box, choking them. Someone might have had situations happen to them and you don't want them to be choked.
Right. For real.
No doubt. Because I'm a recovering thought, so I've been with a lot of women. And you might want to put your hand behind her. She like, I've been taken advantage of. I can't have that. Don't choke. Don't smack me like that.
That's
so
when
you
it
gotta
gets
kind of
sad.
find triggers too, because you be in the moment and be like, hold on, man. Like, I want to pull your hair. Don't pull my hair. How you do this to me like
Well,
that?
I want to like with me, y'all know I'm natural hairing it tonight, but 90% of the time you see Chanel, I got a weave.
Right.
And I don't wear cheap weave. I don't wear cheap hair.
You might not want your hair
So
touched.
exactly.
Right.
So I'm one of them. You can pull it, but you
don't
better
yank it.
have the money that
Right.
if you pull it out, I'm going to get it put back in.
Right.
If because of how I have my lifestyle.
Right.
If that's
Know
not
your
your
partner.
arena, and you know you can't afford to put it back in, put your
don't
hands in your pocket and figure something else out.
Well, you also shouldn't be like, listen, like I said, I come from a family of a lot of women.
But see,
so-
but like you said, you come from a family a lot. But a lot of men will be intimidated. Okay, so me, I'm one of them. If I already know you can't afford to be
I'm
going
not gonna mess
certain
with you,
levels,
yeah.
I may mess with you, but I don't feel like I should be judged because I got on a bonnet. I don't want you to look at my hair because I know
Right.
you can't afford to put it back
That's
in.
why I said being understanding
Yeah.
of the situation. You have to, like, when people don't, they have expectations and they also don't understand what's really happening.
Right.
That's when you get the little the imbalances and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
Gotta have some understanding.
know your partner, and that's in a business aspect and that's on a physical aspect. You just can't come out there and people like, oh, I just slept with this girl on the first night. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was like man, like, I hit like in one day, bro. Like I be talking, bro, I smacked in like one day. A girl sometimes that does that a lot, it's not really the best thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got game, bro, but you're not like, trust me, she's just a
They
natural.
want her
Right.
first time doing
Right.
that.
This what
Sometimes
she
a
do.
woman will have sexual demons like that and just have to be very promiscuous. Think,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, I hit too, bro. If you ask 100 people, have they did the same thing you did? 40 people say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to think about.
Well, we're not friends anymore, but I had an associate that we used to be friends that, for her, she gets her validation from sex.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
A lot
Like,
of women do though.
She feel like if once he sleep with her, then he like her. Then he, like how he sexes
You know
her.
where that comes from?
Is how
An
she gets
abuse
validation.
that comes from
yes,
trauma. That
yes.
comes from-
I don't want
trauma.
to sound like the weird guy when I be saying stuff like that, but listen, I had to do a lot of research and
Right,
being around a lot of
right.
women to figure out that, listen, a lot of times when women give themselves to a man, so that's the only thing they have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't like me unless you like someone be like, if you don't beat me, you don't love me. I'm like, girl, I'm not finna smack you. You want me to beat
Yeah.
you and punch you?
And the thing
why are we not
is-
working? Because you want me to beat you up? Oh no,
A lot of
we're not
women
gonna
are
work.
damaged. But one thing I will say is,
Well, we need to shut this show
and
down
this
now.
probably about to go a little
Lord.
left. They probably about to get me. But one thing I have learned out here is, yes, a damaged woman is bad, but a damaged man is terrible. I feel like with a damaged woman, they tend to heal a little better and they can get on, because what I'm about to say, y'all probably about to judge us women, but a lot of women say the best way to get over one
Is to find a new
is
one.
to get under another one.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But for men,
That's the same thing.
when in the day, no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
I can
Because you
sleep
know
with
what?
I can sleep with two women tonight and be just Kingpen. You sleep with two men tonight, you're a thotty.
Yeah, you're right. That's society. But I'm
Right.
talking about as your mentality.
Right.
I can sit here and give my all. Okay, let's use YK for an example.
Great example.
He said, well, he started out, he done cheated on his woman,
I cheated, y'all.
right?
That's a hard thing to
hold
admit.
on? And she's still there,
Mm-hmm.
still surviving,
Some people think
still
that's stupid.
rocking.
That's
But-
smart.
No, but guess what?
That's smart.
But I bet if she was to cheat on him, he can't handle it the
I
same
think
way
YK
she
could.
handled
I
it.
think he could though. Like, only reason why I think YK can handle that type of stuff because he know the damage he did when he did what he did. So he's
Okay.
also like, if he robbed somebody else, then he know that in return is retaliation. Like, well, I'm not saying that. Like, cause
Look, y'all.
y'all.
I got a story to tell you. You know what I'm saying? When I cheated, I Man, we out there. I kicked out the house and some more. So
That's
mind
really-
you, I went through like a 6-month process with that.
Okay.
And so I done seen every, you know what I'm saying? Now, she got her lip back, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk. Listen, why can't
Shout
you know
out,
what?
mama.
Listen, I tell people this though. Listen, the number one mistake that people make in relationships is moving in together.
But
If
we
I got
been-
my own crib,
We
you
been
got-
like that though
yeah,
for
listen,
years.
Nah, listen. And if I did
It
not,
was me. I messed up.
if I did not know what I knew now, I'm telling you, you can still survive being in separate households with people.
Yes, you can.
When you need something from somebody, bro, or sis, it's the worst. Cause I deal with you because you got a car, I don't got a car. God dang, you got a house, I
Right.
don't got a house. I
Right.
love you, but I love your house most importantly. I love your car most. I love
I'm
it.
dating
Yeah.
somebody right now that is an hour away
Right.
in Greensboro.
That's not that
And
far.
I feel it's not. It's
No.
not, especially when you really want to see each other. You get what I'm saying? Like an
That's
hour
good
is
for
nothing.
y'all because it creates a
Right.
want.
And it also, with me, somebody that's always on the go, it gives me time to miss them.
When
It
y'all
gives
get
me time
together,
to-
you cut the drama. You like,
Yep.
listen, I don't see this guy but once a week, so he ain't pick up the phone last night. I'm not gonna trip because I want to have a good time
I ain't
tonight.
gonna cat. Some
You know what
of you
I'm
gotta
saying?
keep your eye on.
No, yeah, well,
some of you gotta be a little more closer. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you know what? But because of the woman I am, and that, like I said, we use the examples of how I have, because of the woman I am, I'm not an insecure woman. I'm not insecure in my looks. I'm not insecure in my abilities. I'm not insecure in me.
That's
I'm
great.
a very secure woman. So I'm not here to be like, I ain't got time to be checking your social media to see who you got 200 likes and comments up there. You know what I'm saying? That's already 199 more than I got time to go through. You get what I'm
I'm
saying?
not even friends with my baby
not
mom
that
on social
chick.
media.
I'm not
friends,
that
I'm not
chick.
even friends with her. Like, it's not because
My
it's not because I
social
want
media
to cheat
stress
or
you
nothing
out.
like that. It's just because, listen, like for number one, being in a lifestyle that I live in, I know that it's not set up for me to win.
Mm-hmm.
So if I decrease some of the things that you see,
Right.
because some of the stuff is a job and some of the stuff is just, things you just don't need to see.
Mhm.
But it's also because I know who I am. People
Right.
think, oh my God, Kingpen, you just was with Suki Hana, you just was with Gorilla.
And
But
you know
listen,
your spouse.
if I catch anybody liking my baby mom, my girlfriend status too much, I'm going to go see about that.
Oh my mama, cause my mama ain't raised no.
Listen, that's a big thing
Right.
about being secure in who you are. But listen, that takes a lot.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I'm an insecure guy. I'm insecure. I don't like a woman that does certain things. I have insecurity issues and stuff. I'm not
That's
afraid
your
to
own
admit
trauma.
that.
But you
Yeah,
know what? It took work for me to get here.
right.
Like I said, I started out men's magazine model.
I was
I
about to say
showed-
something when you said that.
I did
I
not
left
show
it alone.
because I'm a mom. I would not show my nipples and I would not show my box. But outside of that,
That crack was out.
it was fair game. You get
If
what,
you
but
go
you
to
get what
the
I'm
beach,
saying?
it's the same thing being seen.
Right.
Shout
But
out
I don't
Chanel,
fault you for
man.
that.
But what I'm saying is being in a relationship, being in relationships, one thing I found out, men love the sex appeal of a woman, but long as it ain't their woman.
Listen, I'm gonna say I just said the same thing. There's two different type of women. There's a type of woman that you sleep with, and there's a type of woman that you take home to mama with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if you can get a little bit of both, then you're winning. But as a man, I love to look at someone else's butt because I'm a man. But I don't want nobody looking at my girl butt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her looking at nobody else. She humbled me. She said, you know what? You got a wandering eye, boy. I said, I sure do. Me and my home, I've been with women that, normally be like, oh, let's look at girls together. Then we get one that's like, I'm not with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard to kind of break away from that. When I'm with the boys, like, oh, man, you see that over there,
And see,
boy?
the crazy thing
You know
is,
what I'm
I'm the one in the relationship that be like, "Woo, look at her butt."
But listen, like you
You know,
said, but
like-
when them tables turn
Yeah.
and your girl say, boy, he got them Speedos on. Look at that thing right there. That's a whatever. You like, man, I don't want to. It's like, it's
Yeah.
the same thing applies. So
Yeah.
I had to kind of learn from
I wish he would.
good conversation, though. Listen, it's just the way things are sometimes, though. Like, you be around the homeboys, you like, man, I'm looking at all these women around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in the mall, you see a bunch of these wandering eyes and stuff like that. You be like, damn, look at all these women out here. But then you also have to think this. There's single women who are dressed that way because they're
Yep.
trying to attract men, not married men. They want to attract single men. So when you get your wandering eye, you look like, gosh, she got these shorts on. Oh my
don't
gosh,
know,
she got a spaghetti strap
2022.
on.
I have had guys come at me and be like, Chanel, look at how you present yourself. You don't want to be a wife. You don't want. I'll be like, you're right. I don't, not to somebody on social media. I want to be a wife to the right one. with me, what I post on social media is not to get my husband attention. I'm a brand, again, that started out as a men's magazine model. I am sex appeal. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I am.
You're providing a service.
Whether you like it or not, I'm coming through with the twerk. I'm coming through.
You still
with
owe
the
Jerry that
curvaceous-
twerk too
I
now.
do,
What's
I
his
do,
name? Oh, I
do.
can't look.
His name
oh my
Jim.
God. Hold
His
on.
name Jim.
Hey, look, Jim, you still
Jim?
no.
Jim,
my
this
God.
for you.
They almost made me forget Jim.
Hold on,
okay?
Jim. This for
But
you.
I
As a
turned it up for
recovering
you, okay?
thought, I could not do it for Jim. I'll close my eyes. I'm not looking. I'm hearing though. I'm hearing it. Oh,
I
God.
said I'm hearing it.
I'm not looking. I'm hearing.
Jim, there you go. There you go,
Jim.
Jim.
That's
We
Jim,
turns
that's for
up.
you,
We
man.
turns up, Jim.
Jim said, "What
God,
that?"
man, why-
Jim said, what not?
He called in about that.
Nah, Jim spoke for the masses though. Jim just was the
He
one
said,
that
"I heard
was
you
gonna call
talking
in.
about it."
Right.
There was a lot of people like,
Well,
hold on,
since
she
you
said she got what?
Right. Since
She
you
get
said
booked
they
for what?
booking it, can we get it for free? But yeah,
God.
so definitely, but that's the thing. Like when you, one period in this industry, I feel like you have to date somebody that's secure. You have to. Like with me, I tell dudes, look, let me
somebody-
find out.
that's
Maybe
Jim.
Jim
Yo,
calling
That's
in.
is
Jim.
that Jim?
Hey, yo, that's Jill calling in.
Hold on.
Bro,
You're on the air at 93.5 with Chanel, YK, and Kingpen. Who we speaking with?
Yo, this is Jim Chanel. I'm gonna tell you, look.
Jim. Hey, you my boy, Jim.
Look, y'all showed how Chanel. If you didn't wipe tonight, I wipe for you.
Hey, yo, look, Jim. Hey, keeping it real, I said I had to make sure she twerked for you because I had to hold it out. I had to close my eyes because I'm in a relationship, Jim. But that was for you. Did you see it?
I saw it.
You saw it, Jimmy.
I saw it, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
Jim.
You got it going on. Y'all
Thank
got a good
you.
show,
Yeah, y'all clap it up for Chanel.
Thank you.
Word
And
up, real
definitely
talk.
stay tapped in with me and make sure you support
Are you
their
following
show
her
too, okay?
Instagram?
All right.
Jim.
Are you? Yeah, tap
you
in
following her
Chanel
Instagram?
__ Monet.
I just followed y'all.
That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about. Follow the
I'm gonna
Instagram.
look up on her Instagram right now. I'm gonna follow her on Instagram right now.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tap
Jim.
back in. I'm gonna follow you back. All right.
Let's go. I'm gonna
All
right,
follow
have a
Jim
good
too.
night.
Jim,
Thank
you a real
you.
one.
hey, shout out Jim for
Hey,
willing
hey,
to wipe.
all the guys right
You got
there.
a willing
Y'all
wiper.
clap it up for Jim. Real talk. Jim
willing-
came through on the 1-2.
I said
Real
willing
talk.
wiping.
Yes, definitely.
Man,
shout
y'all
out
don't
to
bring
Jim.
me up here no
Shout
more.
out
Y'all
to
get
Jim.
everybody get in trouble messing with King.
Y'all see, this has been a whole vibe. I don't know, 2 hours that went by so quick. Y'all know, tap in with me always. Chanel _ Monet. I support and love everybody that has been rocking with me and continue to support me. So thank you. And if you love me and support me the way that you have been, please make sure you tap in with these guys and support them as well.
That's a
Every
fact.
Saturday. Also follow their social media. I'm about to have them drop their tags, and make sure you tap in. Y'all know how I am. Run those numbers up. Make sure y'all on YouTube running up YK's music.
Please.
All you gotta do is search YK Raleigh. I did it today, and it's gonna come up. It's gonna, and he got content, so you're not looking at one video. Make
it.
sure you run up them numbers. We need million views. Make sure you run up those numbers. Y'all drop y'all social media and how these people can tap in with
Bust it
you.
up, YK.
You know, on Instagram, we got YK Raleigh 444. We also got Out of Ordinary Clothing. On Facebook, YouTube, Google, anywhere else, just type YK Raleigh. Sit back and enjoy. You know, we got blogs, we got interviews, we got videos, we got music. You know what I'm saying? And we got a continuation of more new music on the way. You know what I'm saying? Clothing line just dropped. You know, TV show about to start. Shout out Real Boss Raleigh. I just left that meeting. You know, we got a lot going on. Like, tap in with me. You an unsigned artist. You trying to get some exposure. Tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Oak 93.5. Shout out Chanel Monet.
Thank you.
Cocktails and Conversations. You know what I'm saying? And if you really trying to get locked in with me, you got to hit up Kingpen.
Hey, listen, definitely, man, I want to definitely show appreciation to Chanel Monet, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Because what you did was a definite chess play, you know what I'm saying? Invite me on the show was just, it showed the type of person that you are. People don't understand that when you're dealing with an analytical person, they analyze everything you do. So when you open up the door for me, it meant a lot, you know what I'm saying? So
You're
thank
welcome.
you to Chanel
Thank
Monet,
you.
you know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
And it was a beautiful situation tonight, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to follow me on Instagram, y'all can follow me at Young, YOUNG _KINGPEN. You know what I'm saying? I'm on TikTok. I just hit like 250,000 likes on TikTok, and I just hit like 12,000 followers on TikTok.
Turn up.
Yeah, thank you, man. And my hashtag has like 5 million views on TikTok. You know, if you search my hashtag, which is a hashtag Kingpen TV Show, KINGPEN TV Show, or Kingpen TV, or Novelist to Kingpen, all of them have 4 to 5 million. You know what I'm saying? Views on them all. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you want to check me on YouTube, YouTube.com/Kingpen Productions. I got like 5-6 million views on that too. So if you want to check me out, I'm really in the hood. Like if you really want to go around like at the Walnut Terrace area, if you want to go to Bragg or you catch me at Carly C's, you know what I'm saying? You catch me in the Walmart on New Bern, the Bojangles or whatnot. I'm really outside, for real. I'm like, you know, Fred Flintstone in the intro. I'm outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So y'all come check me out.
One thing I did want to drop before I left is so you guys could keep it in mind. Kingpen is out here creating artists and building brands. Again, I'm going to say that he is creating artists and building brands. So if you are an artist, if you have a brand, want a brand, thinking about a brand, this is the guy to tap into. As you have seen
you
tonight.
can't say Caroline without saying Kingpen.
Hey, you sure cannot.
Can't say Caroline without YK Raleigh.
That's without. Listen, I like to be more modest now, but I really want to pop my joint a little bit more.
Yeah, you know what you bring to the table.
Yeah, only because I know my value. Like when a woman says, listen, I'm not going to put up with anything else because I know what I'm bringing to the table.
Bingo.
I know what I bring to anything that I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy. I want to, give a big shout out to Steve too. And
Shout out Steve.
Yes.
Shout out Bass.
Because Steve is definitely a pioneer in this area without people know. Y'all got to tap in with Steve, man. Y'all got to show because Steve is taking a lot of time, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we very protective of Steve.
Yeah,
so watch how y'all tap in with Steve, okay?
Yeah, don't play with Steve now.
Right,
because
you don't play with
because
Steve.
Steve done tapped in with Kingpen. Kingpen got the streets on lock, so you play with Steve, you play with Kingpen.
Yes,
That's
we
how
don't
it
play
go.
with Steve.
Real
Steve
talk.
don't play about us, and we don't play about
And
Steve.
I like that. That's why I wanted to bring
Steve
the radio
outside.
station here. I could have did a lot of different things with this podcast and radio show, but I brought it here because I saw what was happening here. I saw the people involved here, and I let a whole situation go.
Oh, salute.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Welcome.
Because I chose
for real.
myself.
Yes.
I chose me.
Yes.
A lot of people get certain situations and be like, nah, I'm going to do this. And you end up being bought.
Right.
No one can buy me.
Right.
But I can buy other people.
Yes,
no one
sir.
can buy me.
Yes, sir.
You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
it. I love it. So y'all tap in. If you don't know, tomorrow, well, as of today, we got 1 month and 1 day left in 2022.
Right.
In 2023, you will know 93.5.
Oh,
93.5. We are just getting started,
Listen,
baby.
What other radio station do you know that has basically a streaming service that you can see it? A lot of stations don't have that. And I've been to every station in this market where they wanted to work with me. I work with them. I've been in a lot of places and you can't see radio. That's the only reason why I did radio last. 'Cause I'm like, I want people to see me.
Right.
I did TV for 10 years strong every day. I had 2 TV shows for 10 years. And I said, I didn't want to be on radio because you can't see me.
Right.
But here, you can see and hear. So that's why I'm here.
And you can
'Cause
even
see
call
me.
in and tap in with us, okay?
Like Jim did.
Hey, but Jim,